Right. Welcome. My name is Obendako. Welcome. A brief session. Today is 26th of April, 2024. Just a brief one. We have a seminar on the 1st of May, next week, Wednesday. Akramo, Silver Bed Cinema. Great seminar. Pese. Benya Hobia and Bra. Untimi Honso Ma Mobimra. So we just have about today 26, so we just have about 4 5 days. Some untimintia via Trianabra. Isa Akawa Hewanim Isa Zuma. Yes, it's wow bit my baby and bready. It's a great seminar. Always every now and then refresh your mind, refresh yourself. A boy, my normal console. You can change your life. You can change your life, or you can improve on what you're doing. If you have different kind of information, if you have upgrade, even gadgets, they upgrade them all the time. So life, you can always, no matter the difficulties in your environment, no matter the difficulties in our country or in the economy, and found the ACBR, so what different knowledge here, you will succeed beyond the limitations, beyond the difficulties. Why? Because at the same time, people are succeeding. So what I would say for the Africa, there's no better place than Africa. Very few people understand this. Very few people know it. Africa is angas a money because will be a change again, will be the information for my until not only at now. So until no more Benyas information we better that set. It'll be free. So thank you. And if you don't have any of our books, you should get some of our books. The books nipa bebre di ho dance. Obo okra won tie video ni bi da bad wa kan book ni bi and what kind necessary again. Obo ho seminar ni ade o ma bi da and so book no pick kind be as a scenario into being kaya. This is a perspective how to develop the mindset to start and build your business. You should get a copy. Wow. Technically, a technical knockout for a lot of people. Once you read this, your mind will start to, start to work as it should be. This is resilience, you should get a copy. And this is Streamline. This is also about financial information. There's another one, unlimited opportunities. Until the auto not you can now the old name. This is African Advantage. We have 8 books, and we will keep writing. So long as we get the inspiration, we'll keep writing. This is self-investment. One fine show, maybe I'm fine show. And last but one is financial intelligence. Financial intelligence. You cannot be financially free until you have financial intelligence, and this is financial freedom. Making your money work for you. Thank you so much. And Obi, I will wish you a happy birthday, Bia. Thank you so much. It's been an amazing day. Jumani and I'm groom. I want to see about it. Obi, will send a message of Facebook, WhatsApp message, or various groups. The most TikTok, be sending infograph. Anywhere that you sent message, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And those things show that we are doing something good for our country and for our continent and for Africans globally. Well, say now Obi send no message. African be send no message. Or say, let's say some Africans in other African countries, they send a message. Or this gentleman who sent me a message from Kenya. He says that he lives in Canada and he watches what we do and he's learning a lot and he shares them with his people. Our desire is that this message will spread all over the continent. This message will spread all over the continent. This message will go to Nigeria, go to South Africa, it go to every part of the continent, Tanzania, everywhere that our people are, Jamaica, everywhere. So that we know the quality of what we share. The quality of what we share. And Obi Anyama was here. So seminar no untu ya binebra ante se wa na yeda wase adoya wo ye Kojo Safo Bernard Dansoa Edamasi who again so many people AC place a call Rita everybody Auntie Tilly sent message everybody we are a big family we are a big family can come who again so many people some of them have not seen it though into my modi and money how but we are in thousands amazing Inti edamasi inti yeah seminar no brebi wa baby kura brebi lecture o no for 4 years kosua sa calculation na we ye hu baby amfamfa so kosua sa normal sociology English well that in English in history not of history some people's history somebody went to learn Arabic all kind of things and we at school no hu the amfamfa yeah. You know, one thing about going to school is that you're able to, if you pay attention, you meet a lot of people. At least the ability to communicate, you can learn it quickly. And maybe to read and write and put some things together and even manage well if you really have it. But you cannot do all those until you understand what we are discussing today. And then the so one tells you, school, no baby, I'll go in and for so be so. So 1 2 years, so be our 2 years is one go school to be grow by the breaking the psychological effects of colonization. Breaking the psychological effects of colonization. The psychological effect. Because it's obvious. If you see African system, the psychological effect of interaction with the US. So what canvas at once who says yeah and microphone say pay attention. What can be a fabric especially Mranten Mabawana Omodi Omono who have grown up with this media, WhatsApp, TV, Abrofon influence is so loud. As a matter of fact, many of them don't have any identity at all. Identity new, they are not even proud to be Africans. Content no who are we've only Chagusa no use and it's type your Bepambia, Bruni, who Bruni so. They are never going to make up from me, and only be on Pesa, on Henry to say Bruni. Because of Bruni be a standard no in a home national. Now, all your no money in an the end to form. And this all you be Beninas one test asking was here, and your American rappers so and your Ghana net so much or so no maybe I say. As one test I know man say, me say, why you Ghana is one pay over to watch it. I could live our bridge. Why you Ghana? Why you Nigeria? Why you South Africa? When you muda, muda, compare so libra obronikum. Because there's an effect. Something happened, and you are reflecting the effect of it. You know, you are reflecting it. This all shall be bini now or pay visa then and you know actually though because the part of pay visa look at $10,000, look at £20,000 not the pay visa. So that it's not poverty, it's something greater than poverty. It's the programming. So our interaction with the white people over the last 500 years and yeah effect or yes super what's the brofo making see and share brony and coming brofo coming some fufro so mujaye my echo and kebe evolve Omanya me anko and then no more say petty into African income. But once I run out would know something so it's amazing. And so you see our frustration. Obu school, Obu Ghana, just one school approach that, and just always one school cry. So what bad or tension also people for the media day at the tunnel. And then yet Abrofo is not only European colonization, the Arabs also did almost the same thing. You know, so hey Myanmar, you mukon Arab voting in EFA, you can Arabic, you perceive yet as Arabians. It's clear. And almost what Europeans also they also want to behave like Europeans. So into bibinia. So who bibini pa or teams away the bibini way the was sooner there were con penny there. That is a way bibinia who has been able to break the psychological effect that has come from our interaction with the Arabs and the Europeans. Because in all this, even up to date, it's not only at the individual level or at the personal level, are the systems that they have built globally. That system or those systems look at us as slaves. They look at us as colonies. They look at us as subhumans. Meaning say crack for na sa fide na yi omo no. Ono omo kasa na omo yi akire. But all the upper ko bia we ase. Me hwe adwuma ye nkrofo ye. We virtually working on the plantation. Upper ko England ko Germany. Hwe adwuma ye dodo no nye ba ko mienu na wafiri mu no. Adwuma dodo na ye nkrofo ye. Obi wa ha sebe o ye crack pa but ko hwe o take home. Ma dem awaye no be 20 years. Or adwuma bia we see a penny about obeko. Because there's an effect. Something happened. So you need to break those. If you don't break those, you will never be proud of yourself. Okay. Never be proud. And as you're not proud of yourself, you know yourself. If you don't know yourself, you can't do much and you can enjoy life. And you cannot be free. And so you go anywhere. We are the ones that are the security doing cleaning, working at the factory. Majority of one about could be free. We are talking of where 70-80% of our people are accepted or allowed to work wherever that we see. Maybe Abekobia. And we seem to be very comfortable with it. Whenever who always speak of negativity, the entire movie bianye. Obibini kasa ubejua ho ena miti radio bibosa papa yi kasa waka ensema waka nyina no wasande abebom tina ko broni kromu a broni de watimi ahihye de bibia ye kromu ha de ye hu ye kra nze fidie no our obsession with religion is also, you can see it, obsession with religion. So there are things that you need to break as an African, or you will never have freedom. You will never have freedom. No obsession with religion. I didn't say your obsession with the truth. I didn't say your obsession with God. I didn't say your obsession with love for humanity, kindness, understanding, wisdom, compassion. That's not what I said. I said your obsession with religion. You can see it. It came from somewhere. So the religions that they introduce, whether it's Islam or the so-called Christianity, you see how you defend it and not sin your dignity and your freedom. So if you can't break the effect of those, the psychological effect is it because it's psychological. They are no more here. But every institution that they built has captured our minds and they are eating our minds alive. You can see it. And then many of our people, innately, innerly, we don't think that we are capable. So many of our people have problem with even their skin color. Beautiful lady, but obusana usade na me tuntum sa. Ade na manono so sa, ade na me hwene ni so sa. Ade na manini different. Ade na ntini anye se broni akwara, especially the white beauty. Awo hunu TV so no. Ade ntini anye sa. Ade na yama midin tintin sa. Many of our people don't even like our names, our languages, even our culture. Nanye yaso. Uko school ade echere wo nyina no. Ma onye ohuni. So you can see the effect of colonization, the negativity, obsession with visa, not appreciating what we have, not being positive, not being proud of ourselves, not being confident, not being ready to sacrifice for the next generation. Those are all effects, psychological effects. And many of us, what you approach what you gonna ha, Bob Brapa team say normal way kosro. But bibi ketua bi si economy no mu me ton ma japade nyina na makotena brochire, me ton me dan nyina na makoje American visa. That's an effect. Because these are people who meet little challenges and they want to give up. And they always think that somewhere is better and easier to succeed. If you ever show that is not true. Young man here, so there's a time young man is free. say, me businesses be had by economy ninety. Person can be JB and I say capital America. If you're one of those people who are always saying, you know, I will go and get capital, it's not your fault. It's the colonization. So you are in Ghana. You think that once you get there, you get capital. I did. What you say? Sikade da fomo. And you what? Because I need a catch. Do Kokrana say child many the effect of colonization. And now it's psychological. And until you break it, you will never be content. You will not have contentment as an African. And it's not only what at the bottom. Many of our leaders have the same psychological problem out of colonization. It's not because the white people rule entire Africa, but the institutions that they left, they are still colonial. So colonization has not stopped. Ekoso, any person deny. Ekoso, all the institutions that they have set, they are there to keep Africa as colonies and Africans as slaves. Never think that always they just change form. But when you can see the effect, you can see the way our people behave. You can see how the world treats Africans. You can see it, the way they treat us, the things that they allow us to have access to. I didn't work Ghanaian passport. I mean, to me, but one could English passport or an American passport. I didn't know. Tembia one sorry now we see the no a drop it. $9 no there as well. Look at how many Africans, African content creators, don't have access to all of these structures. The colony is just monetized. The colony is just a wet resource for them, not for the people who live there. Go and study it, how they treated their colonies and their slaves. Read about how they treated the people on their plantation. And if you not see it going on now, meaning we had majority of our people where they live and what we go through and what we deal with psychologically and how we are treated everywhere that we go in the world. The systems that colonize and enslaved, they are life. They are life. So you have to deliberately break this psychological, effects from colonization. So what Ghana, so what Abrochiri. If you don't intentionally break this, you will live your life frustrated. You will live your life frustrated. But I've met 70-year educated, highly professors. Professor, Chiradio University, so many years, no retirement. Oh, Africans, we are not thinkers, we are not intelligent. We can't organize ourselves. We are not wise, we are stupid. Our leaders are very corrupt. These are all the ways that we see. But they don't see the grand scheme that is still, the scheme that is still controlling the Africans. They don't see that. They deny that. Listen, the young people, when we talk about visa, you are so much obsessed, you want to hear, you want to get out of Ghana. They can give you visa if you go and live in those countries. If that is the solution, many of the people will not back Ghana. If visa is the solution, many people will not come back. It's not a solution. But when you overcome psychologically, they make you believe that whatever they have, if you have it, you have freedom. And it's like a mirage, it's deception. And it's not today that they created that field. Even the time that they were capturing people, they always created the feel that those who went were better than those who were left here. So you have to break it. I tried to break mine years ago. Me try. It did go so. I don't think a bit more, entirely. It's just like when Mosiani Gare Afrakakra. It's a long battle. I don't think that any of us can entirely remove it. But it's a lifelong journey, it's a lifelong fight. But at least when you are aware that there are effects, psychological effects of interaction with these guys, then you will know. I remember when I was somewhere in school, anytime I went to the city, went through town, you could feel it. I mean, I'm a sensitive person, I think. So I could see it. I could see it. I could feel it. You look at their face, then they look down. They are in school with you. They talk as if you don't have brain. The professor is talking, and you can see that this professor, is really tilted towards his people than you. And if he's asking question, it's very inconvenient, as in how the intelligence that you express, they want to say, oh, so where do you come from? Your trouble. And Africa, every African must be aware. You see, the governments that we have cannot break this because they are victims. So they can't break it. In their suit and their tie and their weavons, they can't break this. They don't even accept that they are threatened. Your bishops and religious leaders, they don't even know the right history. So they continue the same colonization and enslavement. They still continue to teach these things in our schools and in our churches. They still continue because in those things, the white man was a saint. He never did any evil. And so when many times the religious people, when they are trying to tell us about the history, they say that some missionaries came. That's how they started. They said that they came first of all as missionaries, and then the merchants came. You see the lies that they told them, and they are continuing to teach the same thing. So they will never find a solution. And so when you see them defend this, the next time you turn, your politicians are corrupt. That's why we are not developing. It's the psychological effect of colonization. The psychological effect. There are many signs that you will see that the psychology, the effects of colonization are playing in you. You will see it. Many. No matter the go school, you can see it in them. Beside questions, you can easily see them. You can see them. Look at how they see you and how they think of you. They see you as somebody who must serve them, somebody that they must lead. They see you as somebody who cannot think. So many times they are amazed that you can think. I remember somewhere the guy said that, you are different. Look at that. So to him, all the Africans might not think. And once we embrace and put up with these things, that they face play, we are not able to stand up to say that, no, what you're saying is a lie. It is not true. We just put up with it and turn around to blame ourselves because the colonization actually numbed us and humbled us and tamed us. They took the warrior in us out and they put fear in us. So look at all the teachings that are available that have come from these institutions. They have tamed you, they have numbed you, and they have made you humble. And you are comfortable with little or average of poverty. And you embrace that somebody must create and innovate and for you to just consume. And you look up to them to help you. They are the ones to build the industries. We are the ones to go and look for jobs. They are the ones to own the mining companies, and we are the ones to be the secretary and the engineers and the accountant and the HRs there. And once you are not fighting these things, it means that the effect is working. The psychology is working. Now you can see the colonial tendencies are working. The psychological effects, there are many, and you can see it. You are tamed and you're comfortable, even if when they are killing you, you still want to go. It drew COVID now, our people were still looking for visa. We're ready to go. Because we don't believe when it's there, you can see that you don't cherish freedom. And you think that the dollar, when they pay you in dollar, it means you're rich. And when you cross the sea, it means that you're wise. And so people even say that when you go abroad, you get exposure, which exposure. don't think that if American comes to Ghana and say that he gets exposure. It's a different culture. The psychological effect. All of us are in the journey or in the journey in breaking these things. And the more you're able to break, the freer you become. And the less stress you become in life. And you become confident and bold and proud of your heritage, of your culture, and of your people. If you hate all these things, they mean that the psychological effect, they are playing big time. When you get up and you're frustrated and you don't want Ghana again, the effect is running on you. When you wear suit and tie, you're very happy. You know, sometimes when I thought that would be fraud or cabro for the book, I have my gadget. Cabro for your patch. And what cabro for an actually on the near feet. And one thing you can see is that when they are speaking the English, is no respect. Because there's no culture in them. To Okasa, hey, Kwabna to say, as you know, 20 years old. Because Okasa to say, Bruniti, Kwabna. How are you, child? Wow. We have a long way to go, but break that. Break that. Break it. It's not a blessing to be like the white man, because he doesn't want to be like you. But he has conditioned you to become him so that you'll be civilized. No. The moment he doesn't want to be like you, you don't want to be like him. We are equal human beings. You must be proud of what you have. Devote what you have. Yeah. Be proud of yourself. The psychological effect. And anything a Broniko baby or Pebobia, what Timmy or say almost psychologically, no, Timmy train you to think like them. The moment you who say, what can't say no challenge, or South Africa, you poor was there being yes, was it a microphone corrupt was there be Africa is disease was over. There are so many diseases in your country, just like here. Why do you want to brand us like that? Was all microphone the one you're correct, one kind of correct was there be. So consciously, you are antagonizing every bad element that they use on us. It means that you are breaking from that psychological effect of slavery and colonization or colonization. It means you are breaking. We are penny. You are always begging them to come and support you. Because that is the effect. Because you think that they have to help you. That's how they condition you. They condition you that they will come and help you, even though they are stealing from you. They have told you that you look up to them for help. The ones who are sorry, then be able to have a pen. Now, church, they come some agencies who are broaches or more on this wood time. So, the time be out on Saturday, say, now, was for. Because our sister was broaching told you and say, oh, dollar into or certain beyond the basic day. Psychological effect of colonization. Into only Bronina, or a Brony audience or Utia. Dope by open the echo. Psychological effect of slavery. Sabayana or echo or joins and home face, send the way to psychological effect of slavery. So, until someone here, you have got a point. You do na na matter ma want it. By that you become also no ho asem pe na oboafu. You come Muhammad asaba oboafu na oboafu de ba ye didi na na atama mfa ho kra. Ye kanya me som Kristo suma na oboafu mrantie. By that you become so na na no som bosom mfa ho kra. Wan kasa kra to me fa Bible na preach. And many times listen to the preachings. And ye na na no mo som bosom na Africa de na ye case. Yesu ne be yi efra ho. They don't say those things in Japan. They don't say those things in China. They will jail them. But I had it. Of our Bible, I know the enemy to from. Who would at him. Oh, so far, Kessia. There's a culture. They have no respect for their own culture. The psychological effect of colonization. No sense of pride. in their home. And now, if these effects are playing, you can't develop. You can't be a strong people. You can't fight. You cannot be courageous. So you don't have any courage. Until all free Germany now, Bagana bones also. We call Ghana a become. The person what is here to abo more Ghana. So Obakarakas or Betra Ghana or say Ghana the whole deal. Ube wuntem hospital in yet. Hospital in yet. Now baby a hospital in the world. When you say Diana would enter the hospital tembiaro. You see more use body into the break, you know. If you out to Ghana again, you use that. So psychological effect of colonization. The ones that be out kasa would defend the baby out no. How many become of about one or kasa me because how hey America de Brazil oh the is your yes. Papa oh hanging a two minute call Boston and a cocoa baby. Oh just or person or chese just America no dear debi. Yagro. Hey, I was bringing you so come. You hold your seat yet you run. Psychological effect of slavery. Share and Yagro. And so my human way. Cratch a pa, yeah, you came home. See? And he was so proud of it. And yet the same person in Ghana, the background toilet on here only. Psychological effect. We have to break that. We are not saying that to put you down. We are saying this so that the next generation can be free. The next generation, you are not degrading that child. You're not degrading that child. I'm not sure as you know a governor or America. Accent, it matters what you know. It's not in the accent. It matters what you know, the wisdom that you carry, the knowledge that you possess. Do you understand the system that you live in? The banner of the Ghana obey say, we catch you now obey confused. Psychological effect of slavery, of colonization. If you don't break that in you, you put that in your child because the system has already put that in your child as an African. So your child is already battling with this. They're already fighting it in England, in Japan, everywhere, or globally. Your child, that's why we're quite by almost a crown, 15 people, so why hyper. Because in some school and training, some they were overcome and they were subjugated by the system. And of course, Bruni Aquana were 15 years old, doing sending an ammo idea, papa, even though they were cruel and wicked, or doing what they were because they subjugated. In their world, if you kill somebody or you overcome somebody or you dominate somebody, it means you're wise. That's their world. And those are the things that they are teaching them. And no one or more church or more. And Joban is one children breaking these things. Obanu Nina, but one say, oh, you're a doctor, but they won't work for the system. They'll still be on the plantation. They'll still be enslaved. Because that thing, that the whole design is to enslave the African, is to subjugate the Africans. The whole thing. So break that. And one of the things that you can break is study history beyond what they are telling you. And beyond Becca be an many. You hear? Okay, sorry, a bab tuntuma sema, you Uko school, the Omo Catcho Biara, Omoma Cosibronis, no. You assembly Oma Catcho Biara, who actually because I know. So you're tuntuma say. Once here, you will never be free. You'll never be free. Anything that when near jail, that when you have this, I won't want to you just say you are changing your life. No, it's the knowledge that you need. It's not a visa. Your destiny is not in any visa. Your destiny is in your hands. Especially freedom. Freedom to build. Freedom to live the life that you want. To live in a fulfilled respect. To live in a society that sees your value as a human being, that respects you, that you control your time, that you have pride. Steady. Then read what we have to do. Break that. Because it's playing. We hear microphone to buy now. He's Kasa is playing. Utambia wo je chinyena wo defend Bronia. That is the effect. It will be obeka asem kitobia na obofu no. Amo de mo mpe Broni abrofo asem kra. Enye Broni ne empera asem. Untimi enye Broni ne empera asem. Nipa na wahihya ade emia ukon no. Wo ka ho asem awas nipa otan. Bo se oji ada no akọ jump no akọ de owo na chi. Ko di Broni na chi. To was o adwuma mo Ghana ha. Tambia ado di o kan krofo ho nsem kire Broni no. Se be obepa na asem. Psychological effect of colonization, and it's alive. If they told you that colonization is gone or mobile, it's alive. Uchina who's a dollar not drop who's a city no that is it. That is it. And they will let you blame your people. To your branch here, Suyandia. Future don't need this and I may call America school and Chile. And Chile Susan baby koye. If you don't know these things, you will not amount to much. The primary school being performed, secondary school, JSS, university. That is not it, especially who to man. That is not it. And you know what? Study it. You'll be free. You understand the world differently. And if you're an African and you don't understand these things, you have not started to live. There are professors who don't know this. To those that tell me about I pay a suit, which is a professor for sponsorship and scholarship. Yeah, I know a catch like school for no month. How we school among copy bibina monko abrochire. That's the effect thing, and it doesn't even know it. Society examples was one society. It's playing, and he doesn't even know it. Also, for bar or respect you differently. That's playing. That's it. The PF or just say that's what they trick you. A bravo baby, I'll just some kind of gray. Hell, Brunidio kind of grow. Yeah, sure. You don't know. They know that they are not honest. Open out defending them. Because you were colonized. And psychologically, you've been colonized. You just don't know it. Who can't send Panko? If I don't know, it will be that guy being maybe not frame me. Maybe I'm broaching the aboa me pa me $100,000. I'm saying aboa I will frame me a day. Trahoy. To me your day. Would that traho ne jammy? Me them just a work I want to numbers as it. I want tears yet. And there be them numbers must have my habit. And the community and your cry here home organ and I'm to me your babu I'm so organ you didn't know anything. You were lazy. You were ignorant. And it's not because now you know something. It's just because the system is built and it's extracting all your strength and your energy, and they're paying you something, and you convert that to Ghana, you think you're rich. No, nothing has changed. You are still on the plantation. What is our cocoa? I one in Panama, and it's a baby credit. That's why you don't know. They are feeding you well so that they will just take you out. You don't know it. Study this. Read, search. Unima, Oma Kotoma, no more 30 years, 40 years. No, Homo. Read. Break this one. Consciously. Can sempa for Africa. Can consciously. Defend your people, defend your culture, defend your heritage. Be proud of your name. Be proud of your skin color. Be proud of your hair. Osika okasa no kaniye. Woninye ho. Who build that create wealth in your own country. Ko kro mkodo. Oba na se enu ebi yo boni atobo ase. Na Ghana di obi abokro no, no obi an kano kre. That is it. Abrochira ho obi akano kre. Obi akano kre abrochira mbo. Break the effect. Break the effect. Break. Africans are not free. It's plain. I tell you, it's plain. It's plain. It's in the psychological. The leaders need to pray, preachers need to pray, preach your own teams that these are the effects. Well, you to about you to about time or America bro forward to one America that examples be a baby be our the 2 minutes for no amabronizo. Effect of colonization. And it's now is in our psyche. It's psychological. Psychological. So build it, study it, reverse it, break it. Break it. A typical African has been mentally enslaved to feel inferior in school. Every good example in books is Western folks. Do you know how many Africans or blacks who have made inventions? Read about the likes of Imhotep, Mansa Musa, Dr. Nkrumah Otunfo, Setutu II. These are men who have left living legacies. In our religious settings, every good example from the Bible is recognized. It's true. And also, even cry Muslim for no cry no mucha kokoro na nyamide ifa. So na ifa no ye. Ina for abo. Konzambia. As I said, Africa was not understand that. So break it. It has great impact on how we see the world and how we see ourselves. Thank you. It has great impact. Me the timer me started share me who's idea way to know. And no, I don't know. The who's idea way I feel be started say capable. See piano crowd on to home. Buy a piano in your time. Your method, your culture, you start to have appreciation for it and respect for it. You start to see the wisdom in our heritage. Who your dressings know who your normal in your time. Once you break that effect, Ghana no any achi. Opeso ye bibi boa. Now who say we are more enlightened, baby. And you will not pity Africa and say that we are going to help Africa. We are going to help the Africans, they are poor. Break that effect. Because Bronina was one no African. One and a mining company in area no man no be our cobwa, Uko tax ground here. Embassy will a poor Africa. Look at how much they take the visits. How much is it? We are not saying now visa. Was I catch you say you are poor? And you accept that because psychologically you have been overcome. You've been programmed to be subservient and weak and think that you don't have anything. Until I was obey business or a baby kid will be no bufu ya pakiko. So, God will be a bright. Break it. You'll be free. You will enjoy life. I'm saying that so it's part of all of us. And every one of us, a time will come who say, no, or say me break it doing. Some people will never break it because they love it. Who know people will use to tell your person or cabrophone about time who's so clean. A doctor or a banker, the medicine or supply medicine or recommending in a brony dear. A cassie any be also there be ready a become. You are so considerably the other by a cunipa and the Obenya explanation. Who is a financial investment, but I mean, our cabroni examples. Yet the end of the say informer. So, and so the year you ma pan on your wall. The year you ma pan on any wall. The mocha on Nina and Yejuma. I'm telling you, in every discipline, because they are the ones leading the innovation, the tools, the methodology. So they keep changing it. And you are not the one creating the tools. So you cannot catch up with them. Therefore, you can't have the best way of solving problems if you keep following them. Ntomu used to now 20 years ago, 20 years, and sana won saka. The other na still all use of monoman now the opens or the recommended man for. You will not get the relevant resource. So in finance, the same. Who follows the international, or my bobo tie me one bank and me one bank and unye. We had hospital now, the Nkofona or more matter be a solution. Bruni in Bruni America. Ben research one who a non conditions near normal is our home yet drew brain. Omoye general draw nobody a bremana mono. See? Mutujem. 2% business methods. No, I had alcohol. Once our failure. The best ones are built with the appropriate technology based on the culture. That's the best solution. So the boldness to question their solutions means that you have broken away from the effects of colonization. The confidence to question them to say, well, I don't know if you're following. Why should this be the only standard? The moment you wake up to that, you are free. And you see, when you're talking to them, and who is teaching you now? Where did you get this information? Most have no IG3. Because to them, they have program has to follow. They have program has to follow. So break the psychological effect of that. Break it. Don't be like a dog that they have trained. That when they clap, you follow. Whatever food they give, you eat. They have programmed you to follow them. No. Jechinye. Can't you see? So how do you buy some grand boys be that commanding more Ghana Hana or need data be a content to be a that means that means it's that's it. So the of colonization is playing right there. So there are so many things that when you might grow. When you might grow. Maybe you don't know when you need. We had a new flu neighbor on Tiasi. To be asked, baby, if you can live comfortably in these cultures, you must break this. Break the psychological effects of it. Because some training on their mind idea. In education, their mind idea. Education, you will see the effects. It will find your way. You even become more confused. To both analysis be more examples of one I use. I just felt like I should share with you this one. In TIS seminar, our Silverbet Cinema Crambo, we created by 1st May. We register. Member has a baggage to Giannis here and you. So these are the things, these are the reasons. Tia, it can't be a canon because the microphone is free. Ubika chose free or boy and nanado system that's our nanado what in your home view. But no crane to be gadro. Cha, to us here. At least if nothing at all, mentally you'll be free. There are many people in prison who are free mentally because of the information that they possess. You can be free. You have right knowledge. So, you see how we are branded or her, and your visa, remember for any visa name here. Visa and can you. We have visa and just away. Free yourself. Free. Fight for freedom. Africans, we are not free. Blacks around the world, we are not free. The only few people who are free are the people who know these things. The only ones who know. Until you come people why we school, or contra Germany, or your PhD. On what you want with your way. Then be able to know so I don't power because I have many. Who be someone saying to school me coin and to wait a minute. So Tempia now, the effect is playing. You're defeated mentally. Break it. Study the history. Be a positive African. Be self-reliant. Be a fighter. Speak well of Africa. Fight for your people. Respect your people. Be honest with them. Be patient with them. We are dealing with so many difficulties. Don't be proud wearing suit and tie and weave-ons and thinking that you're polished. No. We are the ones to change this. And tell us that we are uncivilized, we are backward. And then me defend the religion, you know. Obu how they are the top, just one can religion say, but na brofwa kesiye. We can be before Africa, they have nothing to say. But they don't know anything. But they will quote all the Bible. You know, the Quran. That's not it. We can't fight with those. We cannot develop Africa with those content. Part of the reason that our people are still where they are. Psychologically, you are asked to break the pain. Be free. And be free. And be free. To go Chrome, Maumano, Chomo, from Go Chrome, or Moncasa. So, well, go Chrome, or Moncasa. So there's a Mono and Moncasa. Okay, so you say we have to stop cheating, lying, and stealing from ourselves. Yes, but many of our people don't do that too. If you come to Ghana, for instance, go to the villages, you see the women. They will go and take water from the river and give to you and serve you. Every little thing, they're happy. The people who are stealing, lying, and cheating are the ones who have been brought through the system of colonization, who have lost their identity. The rare Africans are homey, are welcoming, are truthful, and kind. Trust me. The ones who are trying to trick you are the ones who don't have any identity. They are the ones who have gone through the system. And they think they are polished. And the more African you see who thinks is polished, the more dishonest they are. Especially when they have gone through the religion and the school. So many of our people who have found themselves are very straightforward. Trust me. I've met many of them, very straightforward, kind, gentle, patient with us. Those who have gone through the Western kind of conflict, they are the ones who think that they have to cheat others. Sister, that's what I see. All right. Auntie Tilly, so talk to us.
If I tell you, good evening, and I was saying, happy birthday. Yo, but what you mean? Yo, happy birthday. If I tell
it's happy.
Yeah, my person me can say, speak well about Africa. No, idea be hear me papa. Wouldn't mean ya she kurano. Wouldn't mean no be a can't kura for Africa. Say, whoever it is that is what cast something bad about Africa, the only thing you can do to help Africa is defend Africa. And the idea that makuma so papa. Because I refer to say Indians in Asia whole area hono. And then me hear video be a juma umu ye pa juma den. And so one say Indian ni was ye Indian ni be many di. India attempt the corona attempt ka continent honyina bom edu o matem Asia honyina bom do o matem. But we are conditioned to look down upon ourselves, said a work and Sana yedi aye botri aye di asuneti de nam obi betumi ahia obi educating is free. Just bibia was say abani di yema individual ni wo di amano. And so onya fi man mu pe anaso ti man mu kwa no odi o man atem. Na onipa ne wo beka no say you are what you eat. Well, and you teach people how to treat you. And if you are telling somebody say ukuro munya, they look at you and they treat you the same way. Well, who say thinking you different or approach you different. Inti mama yanka sempa emfa Africa. And asemba kwa wasaka and say you can say the other mammy be any ageni share indomie ya man for je poor so moody baby. It's some near the ayo. And I are is some It's some near the indomie no. Na so we share documentary how they make this indomie yeah. A man for ya ye bokus ye gumi cholesterol ni edi ni sa and I yare call him by na. We don't think about it. How did they make it? How did it end up in our country? We just Italians in indomie na ye di brand. You know be na Italians need to know. Because in Italians pasta ayo maduane but indomie de breya ya chia tum no anwumre bia wko wudi bia ansa no wadan you are buying blood pressure for yourself and you're also buying cholesterol for yourself and if these two combo more and then this stroke ne ba enti mo animra wo ho so ma wanimra wo ho so na I said Ɔsi meyɛ adwuma hard metie ɔbɛn da akonti no meyɛ adwuma ɛden wia no wodidi ya no akɔda na cholesterol ne blood pressure no ɛbɛkum na wo yere no ɔman anya expect no sika no bi deɛ ɔwuwu saa deɛ a yɛfrɛ me a mɛbɛ yie no nti hwɛ ɔho yie na medi fɛ ne wo yere no so because woanhwɛ ɔho yie but let me tell you take care of yourself take care of yourself wote aseɛ ɛna ɔhene mesa aka biribi so aka ɔmo a Omotia brochire ha wote Ghana kora na ne ba wone ne ba ka brofo na kora ne ntitwi ɛyɛ kɛse sɛ wo bantu kurom kasa Spanish fo ne wo mu wɔ America ha wo mu manete Spanish kasa no me say West Africa there we are the worst debi asase America me say West Africans are the worst say when say West na ka ye ho ne nti ka ye di ne ho no
intentionally no program no say West no bebre wa ha particularly Ghana there was that Nancy Amede education minister video bito was say obisa omo de ntia ye history every schools in secondary level no professors na omo free Winneba college omo ka say maybe 20 some years ago American institution be American be by catch omo history omo so professors na tia say no film. So I'm saying that the professors 90 who the impact of history. Now umutimi mo be free baby be convince omo it shows what they know.
Oh yeah.
You know, and it shows the people that we have produced now.
Yes.
And a lot of the complexities is hinged on our identity.
Yes.
Identity, an identity is something that is not just created. It's something that must be designed by the people.
Yes.
So this is how our people must see themselves.
Yes.
And for no opa and crash biankasa. Or can Bible or can I know go to Bible?
Yeah.
No, can correct. Won't need any sense of history. Those who know these things are not many. The people we have sent to school who know the history that will make them proud as Africans. Not culture. We have the cultural one where we should contain our or Peoba or Pedio issue. Yes, I go for the Bidiaka. Or Hima and so upon whose and you Bidiaka. You can't they were proud as an African. Our Bruni Jinawa on fight Yansa any Yedian coach Bruni. Sankrofono or Musa Papa and deliberate. I think that over the last 40 or 50 years, at the spring of charismatic Pentecostal, they frowned on our history, on our culture, on our heritage. They substituted that with the Bible, Noma. To share was so called heaven. That is what has created this. Those guys are in charge of a lot of institutions. It will be or fighting. So what is the meaning of this? We want science and technology. Science and technology, you can't do anything with it if you're not proud of yourself. The Chinese is proud of his Hindi. Many Chinese, the Chinese who are leading China are proud of China.
Yes.
It's not the Chinese who is trying to look for visa.
Maybe.
Those people, that's not the problem. But one more negotiation and are not proud of their country.
That's sanity. So we're pushing outside.
That's it.
Literacy. To make school now. Me kunu school. What school because I'm in the choir. Free ho. Denmark. Near call Denmark and enough for no more buy ya munina call your masters, a bimo call London, a bimo call US, a bimo call Canada. Or make me a say nipa 100, a mube probably 15 penny a year juma, a year school no more call on juma.
Look at that.
A bimu just a factory near ya one year supervisor, near your say, ain't you know, said I walk on, say, identity no one who identity no one. The people you will use you just like that. And you grandpa yanko school and actually. Who we are no, as African no, as African woman, as African man no. Broni kutam professor we akura na ontumi nyina yanim enka bibi mfa ye ho anase mfa ye kuro ne ho ema ye nka ya no ntu. Yes, because they are there.
Because psychologically they've been broken. They are defeated.
And then I'm a catch. Yeah, and then I'm a catch Papa Bruni be amene ni adwuma. And ye come Trump as mo Trump or Democrat need and I'm a catch and say, listen, the worst thing that happened to Africa, Christianity, by kuro. Na Christianity kuro no and also na kura Trump mu dendende wo kuro evangelical Christians no. Woman streets so mu kura ne mu dendende say onyame na ayi ama ono ama. Obi aka ne one term. Obi a obedi what they're supposed to think of. Yeah. Because the thing is, if I could be one term, not so bad, the president, any I share for so many years. Most people say one term bet me the about the whole American rules and regulations and everything. But Christianity na kato many so much. Say, almost so on.
And your mona Paula White and say angels from Africa. You see the same madness. Unless you are more to will be no Tony the hour when you account no. Angels never change, you know.
As Christians need to know. We have nothing against Christianity, but we are trying to tell you, say, learn something outside the Bible that you are reading.
But is that even Christianity? It's not Christianity.
That's true.
Senpai no boy and say, yeah, Juma, it is an adulterated form of what they call Christianity. It's not real Christianity. We are voting. You think that God will come from heaven and replace somebody? The one who has strategy will win the election. It's not God. Anybody you see that God has shown me this, somebody will become a president is a lie.
They are lying. It's true.
They are just lying. They are soothsayers. Omobo freedom. The old person your president there. Jina. Now I know my tomawa obewene. Why you know my obelusu? It's not. This is the time God will do for so lie. From people. I'm a these people. I didn't because
me for I was so now the old Kenyan in I no correct defend Ghana, defend Africa, that's the only thing that you can do for your country.
Yes.
But more than defend it because who defend it won't be obebo come be know your stand. Because if you don't have a standard. If you don't have a standard, I think say any win there they'll
push you. And many of our people from our universities don't have any stand. They don't have any anchor, especially when it comes to Africa. They don't have any. They are following UN, IMF, America, Britain. You know, I catch a phobia. Young boys or much see to entire ministers. They don't fit it. They don't defend the country.
My question is say, a DNT when Yakopon wabo obi so on so ye bruni. Now who feel say when Nipani ye better than you? And then my question I meant to ask you.
No, they condition you. You can condition the people. You can program. Human beings are programmed. That's why somebody could keep slaves for hundreds of years.
That's true.
Because they allow what they could hear. And why somebody sieves also information be who Ghana money Africa man won't you?
Yeah.
Who brony society especially
okay.
During the time I know more slavery the Omusuba and our different. And that the way atrocities are no more committing or more criminals is different. You can condition people, you program people to see the world the way you want them to see the world.
Now, by my name, when him say, the one sad thing I am a yana said, me could any guy be a do for Sierra Leone. Now, guy, you be defend the Bruni to the ground. To the ground.
Yeah.
Chese one for Bruni from back.
And yes, psychology. Well, what the background no? Ya nkyerɛ ne hwee no wansua hwee na ɔnyɛ n'adwene sɛ obɛsua biribi so ɛna wɔn ankasa ne self value wɔn self value ɛnti hwɛ so obroni ka kyɛn sɛ wɔfa ne ti kura toɔ no yɛ ntwa ɔbɛyɛ that's the people without any self value.
Yeah, ɔbɛyɛ kyerɛ sɛ o defend wɔn so much say one time na ɔne me kunu yɛ argument na me kunu ka kyerɛ ne sɛ nti dan ti na wɔntumi mie wɔn nka sɛ adeɛ nipa no yɛɛyɛ no wɔyɛ wrong. And I was on Obisa and say, how many people in Africa what is so molesting kola? How many people in Africa won't say, you see, Chrome have molesters in Kwa say, yet me a creative app to find where the molesters are.
That's right.
So
no, I the Benedia when you cry one kind of credit more day. And
you're dangerous, Obemana. And me say Debbie, I make me see me who black person. What you to say what the school more kukumon kola. Me want to be that.
And so they will grow one, but no programming. And it's a tough one. And no many people or be also the way who you different. Be who you different. Was a total be almost me who will be our be hostage. Be our far buyer be hostage. Or repuno or bono.
Aye.
What Timia training is our buyer, no manati assessors, or no new buyer.
Aye. Yeah. Now, to say Christian, sorry, I'll be Papa. Yeah. Yes, to more Naka Jones bet me at me training pardon. I'm a nipping in at me on poison. The same thing. The same thing that is going on in Africa. The same.
Yeah. You can program people to love to you, even though you are killing them, you are poisoning them, you are shooting them, they still will lick your boot, they still will worship you.
Deep, deep. Deep.
And they have no sense of value, no sense of value, no value, no hope for the future. There are many people like that, and many times they live in fear and panic.
And it's because
of what they've been exposed to. And they don't know the real root cause of it. So to be honest,
yes, what the agenda and
that's what the information and I'm
yes.
Into a bar where you're green.
Yes.
Not equipped, is not trained, doesn't understand what is happening. He's just there with suit and tie with office. He's signing anything that they put there. Or names a the taxes in them. When just yet, people said jargons now so according to international trade law. When I set is international trade law, was set for him, not you.
Sanity.
Are you part of those laws?
Sanity.
And yet you are signing according to international trade laws. You always sell your people.
And then I'm in a cassette. Many one of my friends he cassette. You see, a yakwa could be China more a war tamale. It's him. And I make cassette. Yeah, call for yes, my can say, I got a buying yes, I buying yes, I buying yes, I buying yes. Yeah, patriotic a year ye be. It is a China for Macom Wabo Mako be China more you. Sana also so ya African near, so ya Ghana, also bet me a cabum, yet me something great now. Now, Anna and call for no. Then I come say, Uka, sorry, that's all your Christo near. A Christo for no car, a dear young pum to watch your more. No more the bonnier the casses I ye, near Canada. So now I may answer me the Bema when I say. But my Diana said, we nipa 15, nipa 20, my employers, mass and sign, nest of kin, so. So who could me cry me babaji near the Codiano? No one miremu. So lost, and signing and agreement and no any de building nation. And to any soon someone in free home. Now more cratchy for now, most more ending 100,000 a year. No, you shall call for bear 5, no more come home because
I want to become home. No, I want to become home. The colonization is playing big time. They can't agree to work. They don't trust themselves. Any group, or my school or WhatsApp groups, maybe, how many of them do any project together?
It's just a hat to.
The only time almost away be as a party, a wedding, any business idea you put on your school page, they will not show interest. Because the training is said that you can't work together. That's the training. Now, sorry, can't cry and ask what you can they are saying. A double, or sorry, not or school, I one thing. No, sorry, so I say.
Now say.
1 2 years, be more heaven.
Heaven.
He's fighting for his fate, not his people.
Yeah, he's fighting
so
for his fate.
We have a challenge. That's why Africa is not progressing as we want.
Yes,
because the people, their mind is not here.
Yes.
Their mind is somewhere. We are constantly being told, don't live on it.
Now, Miss Lau, and it's I want to walk heaven now. Ebia would the obedi can for heaven. Now, Banny about no baby in this way. Ah? Ubani about who quite heaven or baby, so no better Mukakran, some
you see, that was part of also colonial. And detail in the so heaven, as I said on your head.
And then I said, say no dear, and until I am young ones, no, many abru almost no, because young ones, Yamia Roma, Umuti uno, obey allow itself to listen and just grow and just know who they are, no generation, no basis and kakra. But Omoya, Dawson, I know someone said, me friend, I may catch you or say, me about
I can give you,
Patrick.
I can give you an assignment. Pick 10 top churches in Ghana or Nigeria. Listen to 10 of their messages and tell me what the people can do here with these messages.
Any
preacher you know, any church you know, all the churches, we can mention all of them. Catholic, Methodist, Anglican, Pentecost, Assemblies of God, ICGC, Action Chapel. Pick 10 preachings and ask yourself, if the people continue to listen to these messages for 10 years, what do you think they can do?
They can't do anything. No, they can't. And I also know Dawson.
That's it.
The next, a be Mobeshia, then Shiamun, Umenya knowledge, A hot do one about 90% in equal. The honest thing I also munya information, no multimidis, if they are not getting it.
And Italy, I was a keyboardist. I was a choir leader of Tech Campus. Yeah, program I afraid I saw for no more cool, no matter preaching and no more the oil be Google yourself. We're not thinking
that. You've been there.
You are thinking of engineering. We're not thinking of finance. We're not thinking of build anything. We're just looking for anointing oil. Anointing. Do what?
Yeah.
We're thinking of going to the villages and converting people to Christianity.
Yeah.
So really, we are not equipped to fight for our continent and to develop.
Deep.
Let alone this history. Was a day.
Deep.
So we were so much shallow.
Yeah.
Oblivious. Yeah. We don't know so many things, but we didn't know.
And until I made a meka say, I've been to your programs. I've been listening to you for a while now. The only gift that you can give to somebody, Ghana, is send a person to this place. To Obendako on Wednesday, 1st of May. Hey, cinema hall, last time we did 200, and nobody said who said the 300. The colonization call for no who say, oh, yeah, baby. That's idea no kurano, oh, yeah, no. We yam for so for once almost any papa and the obetum. Obetum. And Tinyasa will lie, snack, I say, hey, I didn't know any papa, yo. And I know Kumasi, my sister, my guy be by or by us, and in papa, party, is a caddy or shebi, and I'm going to Nipada Seni. Any pada Seni, Obisa sadia no wote ya eno de wantumi aka me kra na na me ne obi kwa kosia o magazine ti no anti me na me ka kira me sister no say ya onfa na mama na me ne nkasa enya sa me ne ko kasa say asem na okai no but me pese me bisa na de na okoye wote ya because information na eba no etimi esesa wo sebre so say that asem ne tie no na ye hokora no akoje obi store okora wo ton ade no wo so ton mako na mako ne ye to a wotimi ji store ni free wo nsem no so ton mako de bi what the stock run and not the atomical.
And
It is that 300 a crowd, you know, me so better when you know, one best up to then more, I want you the next time, 500. That's how they do it. I know.
And the girl is in the university of Korea school visa. We are there. What did you there was this teacher, me TMO and never be a business. And this is what I charge so many. We are not even putting price on what we are teaching.
Me say, I don't even need you to explain this to me, but I just brought it up. I brought it up for people to understand. Say, Ghana honey a wono. Obi kura wonim die kura. Miss nipa dodo asa na weska o Ghana. How many people they can talk, they go umko a year to tun to mepuso kwaji mic jo omanu mo ho. How many people no matimi amento? How many people are they able to surround themselves with her? Ebe man kura no kura so say abawa. Enti me de be ameka me say wo teachings na wo teaching no kura no. Enka wasanka de wasa wo ye ne say enka obi bia o person ko ti wonu masam kura no mo fa ncham yo enka wasa ye one on one. Nsem abeka no ha nyina free wo internet kura na wo na me ma tell that nya
when you ask for no bit me catch say sika de enchire ade na waste your time. Focus on building your businesses.
You see?
This is waste of time. You are not the one to change Africa. You start here. Baby, na catch you na yendi.
Now only
what we know and what you know, they are not the same. That's why you are saying what you say.
Yes.
You know something different from what you are saying.
Yes.
You know, obi wa crowd to me, obi platform baby the nyamo be check say ekwe. You see? And meanwhile, it's not only even about finance that we are teaching. Look at the topic we are teaching today. It's a whole different topic. Many people will just pick themselves up and go and research. Because without your sense of history, you are nothing. You are nothing.
History history no. History no awobenya no eno kwa alone no eno na ema wode ho. Na wonim say ohine nam se da bia mabisa wo say unse omu ka kiro say jai we nyo na be change African unse
nipa breaker
wonim say Ghana obi start say bi obi de bi to forma na obi eye bi no ka say o manya sa so na be Ghana yi nipa eno sa no obi ka sa
madam Tobacco one of and our film kura na o skapa we panyi ndo kura school wa kobi pa we share kwabna pa we dey o ha ho this all bit my bias Ghana when penny for the oma be oma dwe na me say you want na me I'm just doing something. Why are you worried? If you think it will not do anything, just focus on what you think you will do.
Yes.
We also focus on what we think we are doing. Let's see the next 20 years.
And it's what because I'm saying Ghana ya dey asem na me ka kire me sro boa me. Na sa asem hia me pa.
And I said you ono so na be say Ghana.
That is our wife for three.
And it and you ono na be Ghana here. And you ono so na be say Ghana.
Oh, that's a good one.
What you are doing is a core. It's beyond you.
Yes, beyond you.
Without it, you can't live.
Oh no,
That's
you
it.
can't.
So
your heart
is for the people. It's not for you. Many people are interested in building their profile. Want the people just come out of them or donate or our major problem is knowledge.
Knowledge, yep.
We are not thinking at the level that we have to think.
Yep.
That's why you be able to say, $1 million or say Ghana yet. America. America they do how ignorant we are.
Yeah.
America they do how be. Me was what you call $1 million. We sit down. Obiti ha ne ba ba ko na mienu no. O gadesika wa ha na akora no a wadi 15 years no so nko school abroche.
Aye.
So who will manage this child? Who will train this child?
Hey, I
10
said
years
no
old,
about
are
you.
you crazy?
I said no about you.
What they call American British school. I'm saying, do you understand education? Who are now when years ago do by who if an go? Oh man, better education. I'm saying, are you serious? The very good things that you need to train human beings, they are not in school.
Oh, adeɛ nyinaa mebo adeɛ nyinaa ɛwɔ abrabɔ mu nyɛ na wie yɛ ne sɛ wobɛnya sika da wodi bi adidi na ade.
That's right. Those things they don't teach in school. This thing that we are discussing as a proud African, your history, they will not put them in school. Ability to build business, they will not put them in your school. Financial knowledge, wealth creation, they will not. They are training them. The best that they can train them is to come and look for a job. That's it.
Yes.
And you think that you are giving them best education, that they will come and they don't even have self-value because they are teaching them the greatness of Britain and American Revolution. And people are so ignorant.
Oh, I have for some. Or the
Nekura to boss you job what time or $3 and me the bano yem person can make up. Jumano so. Obika was a dent also it's because of you so.
Jumano so, sir.
They also here.
Bemana, meja no ofufuru aba na. Me ka se me, ya me hira bebre, ya da wase. Ti eba san hia.
Yes, madam. All right. That's right. Freddie Kasa.
Mr. Obin,
hello,
happy birthday.
Freddie, Midase. So the cancer day.
Okay. My program no meet by any people by same boy.
Amen.
Yeah. All right. For me, topic ni so. If anything, me encourage Obia say there's this books be about Black Man of the Nile. And another one, a friend of Africa, Mother of Western Civilization. Both books were written by Dr. Ben Yekanan.
Okay.
And friend of Miseducation of the Negro. And also so now unya so those books now go YouTube now Google Dr. Ben Yekanan and then Dr. Henry Clark Ban Santima no more. No baby kind of proper history and history obroni atro e we dey facts and see history on one abeta ho dwa wonanum obetro no opa obetro ko ha kohwe mi see ya de bia me ka tro say go as me tu kwan na me ba Ghana ya me kai Egypt and see with my own eyes some of the things na e wo honum nti me encourage people say those books no omon hwehwe no omon kan unya bi nkan so a go to YouTube and search for these professors no. Once maybe I'm about to make not back in the 60s, 50s, 60s, near time you back mainstream media bombekasa. No bombekasa you the African Americans no, and then they lead it to say civil liberation. And now who's no there be your man will be sad better to our TV so I say meba. So I say and you free on entertainment, normally sports, and DPI local American TV, you barely hear these things. Mostly entertainment, sports, and politics. Pretty much. And those books are encourage people to look at it. And my other thing, make I say, yeah, then for if we see Japan, Japan, Japan. Christianity, Islam, iniho. And I don't know if people really know that. Iniho, back in the 16th century, shoguns no realize this, say if they allow these Portuguese Christian people no so man crash as soon as they say you Africa no. Back in those days, 16th century, no more any outlaw. So, sorry, and now Islam, and punishment by death. In some America, me can YouTube go and type why there is no Western religion in Japan. That punishment was by death. To the point say now because of that, so person yeah sorry and aso ko kremu a just all share valley bi obi ehu ana cave mu obi ehu because young Japanese be hu pa na kwa ba report na say I be so near kwa kukum so what you say and no na protect your culture na till date Japan still now so culture na ye intact and the technology abeka ho a push forward so I said that was the reason why you call China 2018 you call companies be on the fire from airport komodi die ma first one should be Sam so Fred okwa sorry ben how dem the better kakra na me bisa no say no kwa sorry ben no ka just China is a secular country we don't believe in anything you almost believe here or say ancestral worship say their papa who are now papa say confusion is the most papa say family no papa na head and I also will feel Buddhist near the but how they said you is work they don't believe in anything and leave the world a better place for the descendants to come. Now I'll tie it with traditional worship you see people forget say traditional worship even before the advent of genetics ne yɛn nananom nim sɛ yɛn a yɛte ase no yɛyɛ yɛn nananom a yɛte ase seesei yɛwu a yɛn mma ɛba bɛyɛ yɛn nti wo a wobi sɛ obi a wɔte hɔ no ɛyɛ ɔnana from the beginning na genetics makeka bom a wote hɔ a wabɔ wo ba kwabena na ɔbɛn da kɔ no so bɛtoa so wote aseɛ nti na yɛn yɛ really no there was some scientific backing to it. Unfortunately, ye JJ homa almost Emma said the Western civilized religion.
As I came here, or say they leave the better place for this generation. We are going to heaven. Yeah, we are going to heaven, so we don't have to do anything here. That's the gospel they left us. Go to Islam, the same thing. You're going to heaven. That is dominant.
Past couple of weeks, who platform is Mr. Bean for first one name of free all the same. That's a topic for another day. Yeah, and these are some of the structures. When I see people forget, say me buy a year and a half in. I mean, taste said you soon need that disturbing and pani at the idea. Nobody does that. So we are so happy to go baby out. For another day. So
Really?
Maybe before in the Western society, things say denial. Mr. But I have my passport quite expired. I have no interest of going to Canada anymore. Me try airport, but I'm too clean to Canada. Because I just feel like me, pass I expire. I don't care. No interest of going back to Canada anymore. We are on time, but the funny thing is at the end of the month, you get your salaries. It's crazy.
Wow.
So what I say, the month 20. I see me cast a story of my little daughter. Hey, you know, I see me wish you happy birthday. He's a big fan of.
Wow.
Me no man you say no man for year products almost na car ni mam good deliver ni ade. With 6-year-old, me starting in them. So obe school, I'm not to school or Ghana here. University of Science and Technology. I'll be in Yako. There's no maybe your principles near the same. Water formula the same, Canada the same or Ghana. And papa be catch me say, Ghana high. You can mold him or her to what you think you want them to become. So and me buy, me papa very distinguished man. I mean, Bonidin, because he said you're a very distinguished man. He looked at me straight in my eye and told me, say he made a mistake taking us to abroad. It's still me.
Wow.
Yeah, he
Why
said
did
this
he say
point
that?
straight. Or say or share where we are, and I said, you know who I am. Or share where we are. No. Of Penisi or Mayetna Ghana, we would have done so much more here. And Mr. B, see what I've
That's
done.
right.
Is it in his
Yes.
guts or Mayetna?
Yeah.
The money be out for Colombia, be out for you of be a nuclear engineers near the day. But you feel so well, Mayetna with the clouds of said your Tiani, we would have done so much
You would
more.
have done so
Now,
much. Yeah, it's right.
he's crying over spilled milk because that's in the past. He said, which means the sun. Which means yes, the sun. To me, they say that's where I've gotten to say, me man, Ghana, but now they
Yeah,
can live here
absolutely.
because you can mold them to become who you are. Now, Mr. Ben, Canada, Burkina Faso, ridiculous. So, Mrs. Say, Uncle Fu Jam, everybody. To me, Bisa Uncle say, Bisa Uncle that day, I so quite Burkina. Yes, you can. I'm say better future for their children. Say, hold on right there. Maybe cast story, Mr. Ben. I've
Future.
told you that story before. Me call U of T, Faculty of Engineering, 2001. Maybe before what the whole faculty was 15, 2001, 15. My sister called Toronto Metropolitan University in 2017. She graduated top of her class. Wow, being brilliant. Watch mota. The class, the graduating class, some year 3.
Wow.
20 years later, no yet 3. So if there's a better opportunity for children abroad, think by default, no. As the years go by, you have more kids
The
going
number
to
should go
engineering.
up. That's
The
right.
number should decline.
Yeah.
Team catch on the point blank say this has no see call for your fan numbers in Yejuma. You hear say in Yejuma. And numbers will be as a rapper do America if you know a Shankada. I say numbers don't lie.
Easy.
Numbers
Yeah,
numbers
that's right.
don't lie. And modern world no. And yet those who control science and technology controls the world. Russia for many abroad, that's the reason why. Any China for is because they are now at the advent of controlling technology. You control
That's right.
technology, on a control. Slavery
Yeah.
started a young country and do Portuguese for a developer boat. I think go on the sea for a long period of time. And normally be Africa best one near ever started
Yeah.
slavery, and that's what it is.
Yeah. Technology, yeah.
So just here. And that's where numbers don't lie. Who catch them for? I mean, who catch them? Say, me Canada, Minjima Canada visa. When you scar, me catch us when you $50,000. The amount you be so unquable. Charging now money $5,000. The tenth of that money for you, man. A share. It's because I can't Canada. Scan a share.
When you share, we send the account one humble body.
So just say just before we go through a lot, but at the end of the day, you know. What are some of the things? And now, who's history, Mr. Bean? People forget, say, at one point in the world, no, the most feared black man in the world, now or modern day Ghana. See, Mr. Bean, know that.
Tell me about it.
And I say, yes, I'm a tribesman. As Antifor were the most feared black people in the world. From the
That's right.
Someone telling you, say, yeah, my bitch, there are historical facts to back it up.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
There are facts to back it.
They have to pull everybody together. I said they could not overcome them. They still have to pull everything together, everybody to come and fight
so
them. They still
Papa atibie na ehon no be campaign ansa na omo kukumase. Yeah. So I say people forget to share history into me mom to be honest, me share history na my history na tete na afede na buche kwa me smith na game. I'm a bet na Ghana me so be ya ho ba yetia ade chia o ka say wache yesen. E din yesen. The funny thing is about Ghana has so regardless said you tia nkofo ka na say one say scanner ubenya sika kwakotia salaries every month. I pay salaries. No, I don't make salaries. If I even pay it, you are 3-4 days ahead of time. That's so just here. These are some of the things that I will encourage people to deal with. And I only also deal with people on an individual basis. Obi say Mr. Obi here comments that American Symbia. I think Mr. Udia and Kanka or Boami Kaka. Some serious problem be a meniano. Serious problem. Make your convict about it and share. I'll tell you serious problem.
Wow.
But me dealing say individual basis. Say you only papa kona be give me me nkase Ghana phone na in papa because in this Ghana phone in Ghana way I've had more people who have supported me and continue to help me to date. It means Ghana phone in Ambu, Ghana phone na in papa so being so
Amazing.
Yeah, so you deal with people on an individual basis.
Yeah,
And finally,
based on
so that on an individual basis, say me your bonnet, Fred na your bonnet, you Ghana phone na your Fred na your bonnet. And because predominantly in everywhere I've gone, people have been fantastic. Just one person out of the blue now, this atrocity.
Right.
But
so you don't put all of us together to say Ghana dear.
And Mr. Obin, finally, go carry Dr. Sando. I'll introduce him, ma'am. Dr. Yo, Canada. He was here about 3 weeks ago. Into only the family for Kenya and I think Tanzania or something. Into your buy, he came around there. Yeah, Jude. The factory or catch as a friend, you Ghanaians, you don't know what you have. Because you Ghanaians don't know what you have. He kept repeating it. See, you Guineans don't know what you have. He said, so many, even Abrofono crowd, catch him media.
We don't know what we have. Mama,
that's what he told me. I don't know, can say, you know, or the top property you are near the doctor more Canada.
That's right.
Also, no, in the health system, all Canada home, because his will be so nice. Also, they will be so miserable. They don't go to their home. 3 years maximum. So he's not staying there. No way to start a project to her. And then he'll move here and then stay here for the rest of his life. So, Mr. Obi, I think I've exhausted some of the things. And to those books, I'll encourage everybody to find them, read them, check professors out. When it's better to here. And you take it from them. Mr. Obi, most definitely, you know, I think say you see me on Wednesday, I think. Into me ba Marie, Marie Cemetery.
Thank you. Fred no Canada or industry they produce lubricants or kind of product. They all kind of yes or your view. Why? They can also want it now. They also now defended on will be say religion or baby I want to catch all. We just Arab or no religion no more practicing on the same thing, the same content, the same psyche.
People forget there are 8 billion people on the face of this earth. Christians are 1.5 billion. Muslims are 1 point something billion. And even a quarter of the world's population.
Yeah, those are numbers. You go for the religion, you're defending religion. So, Omar, we are talking of developing our country. Stop defending religion. We are talking of developing your country. And we are not against people practicing religion, but we are interested in the development of the minds of our people.
Exactly.
And that one, the content that they are teaching you cannot develop it. The kind of people that we have to become to develop our country and what they are teaching you in the mosque or in the churches cannot produce the people who can develop it. They are preparing to go to heaven. The earth is not your home.
My higher young lady there who started with me about 2 months ago. Mr. Obin, to be honest, I'm proud of myself. Exposing her to a different world. And I told her I have nothing against it. But one thing I told her from the get-go is in particular, but I expect you to be here on time. We go, we give our all, get the business to grow. Within 2 months, no, it's like she's a new person.
She's active.
She's active to a point. So one time, somebody friend or catch us up on some patch or with you. What the money we are on friend. I'm saying, I'm take on that. We are my friend. So just say, I feel say exposure and then people willing to train. But Mr. Obin, to be honest, I've got funny be more hand so said you. Now, if you Michelle ma, kasa chama catch but you guys know say me Ghana ni ana. So
no, you see, no, they get away with it. No, they get away with it. They don't think of us well, and they are free. They know what to do. And the thing is that they don't even respect us. They don't respect many of our people. They don't respect our leaders. They don't respect them. They treat our workers like disdain.
Mr. Obin, are you serious? Would you high quality? Would you my going to be being past 70?
You know, but we have to stand up to them. Instead of us to stand up to them, we are defending our religions, and people are maltreating our people, and we are carrying all this.
Mr. Obin, are you serious? So I've been to so many industries. It breaks my heart, man. It breaks my heart. My employee handbook, I'm sure about 90 page. Break it down. And one sexual harassment, what it looks like, working from home, pregnancy. I'm sure be about 92 page document. Until lady now, hire first now look at the sexual harassment portion. This is how sexual harassment looks like and how it is. Do not accept sexual harassment from anybody, even from me. So say, me can be betrayal. You feel say I've stepped out of bounds. Tell me say, Mr. Ampadu and I'm afraid. I think say the all kind, you know. I didn't like it.
I'm not comfortable with
anything.
Yeah.
And when you see some big company be the better WhatsApp, me status when some big guy be frame say, oh, your company you need. It's like wow. He don't.
Debbie. Say na say omono unim, Freddy. They work with us like they are working with machines or donkeys. They are not developing the people. Most of these international, and foreign companies, they work with our people without training them, giving them intelligence, nothing. They just make them to work. So the people can work there for 30 years. They will still not know anything because they don't respect us.
Imagine.
The whole industry, we shut it down. Shut the whole. You find them, you shut them down. You can't practice you can't operate for the next 10 years. But no. Officer no ankasa be fra gyina nkyɛn so ɔmo ba osika kakra nyɛ hwee we de sɛ nya asɛm bi afakyɛ.
When we start company na ufiri wa na aba me hɔ no. The Chinese company. A boy died there about a month and a half ago. So sad. No, because university. I think a week. And it was so heartbreaking. So you see what it is, some more big time they were supposed to cover it with maybe iron rods. They said it will be too bright, at least it doesn't sink into there, you know. And a chlorine bath, I don't be bleachy, you know, paper no. Into a music chlorine bath, no density lower than 1, until you can't float. You share life jacket, you can't float because of you know, a chlorine. And he was found at the bottom of the tank, you know, white. Since chlorine bleaching, you know. Ghana need anymore. Family is on 3.2 million Ghana cedis. Ghana need anymore say more 50,000 cedis. Man, may blast no catch any money. Nankaneba would be happy.
Obejiska, Ogako Shachani for Rangiska. We see the colonization, they never fight for their people. They have degrees, but they will fight for the foreigner and take money.
I was all over him like rice. I told him, say, listen, let the courts do their work. The court at Chinanchen, men court, let the court think as someone.
I'm 50. Just a just a step on who's a second eye. Yes, idea. One Fabusian Hokra.
I'm so being Mammy Jana. Then who you gonna fool? Because got idea, go back for credit. Say, the life is a
but the actually, no, the actually fight for the family.
Yeah, you encourage people read these books, so it will open your eye. You, I think you will think clearly. If you want me to repeat it, a friend, black man of the now, Africa, mother of Western civilization. Mr. Obeng.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Obeng, wait there. Good. Okay. I'll just go. I make free
Ready?
sooner can come at 20. Once again, thanks again. Thanks for opportunity to speak. And
Ready, that's it.
happy birthday.
No problem.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
See you
Thank
on
you, sir.
Wednesday. All right. Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Kakam Kasa. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Mr. B. Yeah, happy
Yes,
birthday.
sir.
Yes, Nyakopon
Yes, sir.
Kosomana Omao. Yes, and Inshira. Back to our
Yeah.
topic, maybe there's a topic and no pan I am
Mhm.
managing because I love history. So, first of
Mhm.
all,
That's
say
right.
microphone, yet say in this world, there is nothing like black or white. Per se, it is a
Mhm.
fine, you can be African, you can be American, you can be
Mhm.
European, you can be this, you can be that. But associating color with people, that is where we get it wrong.
Mhm.
And they just had any buy, and this are race
Yeah.
by. The reason why all these things came is as a result of say people are in the quest for power, to be supreme, to be this, to be that, to segregate people based on their looks. But say kind of crap, we are seeing now victims of
That's right.
circumstances. So victims of circumstances in the sense that I do not control to be giving birth in Africa. Neither do they also control to be giving birth in America or in Europe or in any wherever that you may find yourself. It's our black, white, it's about time that we tell people that if I see you, if I see Mr. Bimi,
It's a
who say, oh
construct.
yeah, now if it and also say, that is just me
Yes.
because nobody can be as white as snow. You ask me who so be a fita pan snow that. And then I've not seen somebody who is like as or a black to the extent say or a black crouch and cool. No, it has never happened. And it will never happen because if you take the human body, it is a collection of so many things that comes together to give you the complexion into your own say and so palm. And then coming back to religion and then draining and I say moving down to colonization. First of all, as Africans and as Ghanaians, we should understand that God does not have any religion. New religion,
Right.
God did not institutionalize any religion. Say way Christianity, say way see. Sometimes I don't even want to use the word God because I know you be language, no the man say God. I prefer to use creator because when he say obi bobi be your body be baby because this word did not just come into existence just like that. So I prefer to use the word obadi and I say I don't go by say no. It's not like I hate that name. No, I don't hate that name, but I want to say the name in the language. That is why I prefer to use the tree
Wow.
name anytime that I'm talking. Nyankopon in nature and odo because say nyodo pa me nya sure say nka obenya adwen say onwini nipa no man adwen no na be duasa so no man these resources to develop. So if God is lava and as your boy and or your dog that is why we also must be loved. It is all donia fa say about missionary work now they so ababe resources. You will not use missionary work as a means say o de be tuning microphone adwen no look down upon their or look down upon omomo culture. So them dey kan our culture is an embodiment of our identity. It is a auto culture and automatically, you'll be easy to be colonized. But so your culture and it will be very difficult for somebody to convince you that because then it says on almost here paganism and I
That's
say idol worship. Who told you that it's paganism? First of all, do you even understand paganism? Paganism is say obi worship is unknown to you. The way of worshiping is
to you.
unknown to you. Inti na when say paganism, inti to the Muslim, Christianity paganism, and then to the Christian, Muslim no, and I say Islam no, paganism to the person. But I said before they came, was there something like that? Before they came, we na a bomba ko ni say be away. when you fine Ebiana Fantini say you know but a summoner which is killing most of the people. There was nothing like that. And to this influx of Arab and European and wherever they came and introduced their way of worship to us. And you'll be so a Muslim or a Christian or a Dane or a Dane, but it has also become some form of idolatry for them. Because Nyame no awesome no krani Nyame no awesome ne sofo no. And the sofo no awesome no, to the extent that some women or some ladies, whether married or unmarried, they respect their pastor more than Ibia ni fiancé and I said ni husband or anything. That is where you get it wrong. That is where you get it wrong. Colonization, the aftermath is there. But kakrana kana KSN you transform no. Yes, we are dream na ye defend the omo. So it has become very difficult for us to break through. And then I have this book that I've been reading, Minyan can read, because every book that I read, I want to read it 5 times. Book be out to I feel I'm more second one, so because I always want to read it like 5 times. Anytime it gives me a different perception. The energy we use to defend religion, most clergymen, and I say if they are using their platforms to educate members in a different way, and because now we can see 20 years ago, yes, to abodo no go in any that on sabeka. Ebia menana watu abodo na gunsu na ni saa for 70 years. Nisan kahwe ya na odi ewuko. Nyame mfa ne currency. So we are not saying that you should not worship God or you should not acknowledge the existence of God. Mijitu nyame o mijinidi. But to the extent that you look down on your culture, no, I will never accept that, because there was a time that I had a friend of mine. They discussing more about my bone. To one day be me or be posty bibi. And I say, when we see my posty bibi, na me make a say nananom. What do I mean by nananom? And I say, me kanananoma. Yes, I'm talking about the good tidings of our ancestors. And the
Yes. That's almost Abraham.
Exactly. Oh, count Nana Abraham, but you who need that. Say me kasa ebia me nana kwame bo insira ne ne pa endi machia. Enya se bia me ebusunsu mi o gidi bia mo say me nana o pepe bi mame. So baby, na say ni share be betimi aba me so I'm seeking that for myself. And beyond that, I'm doing what is expected of me. So coming down to culture, neighbor colonization, I believe that one thing too is to embrace okasana okano local language, and I call baby na yedin komono. Na ladies, we are in Ghana for, but me kasana was acquire the okasana out me to say Kumasi accent no mo pound the way consonant and then vowel sounds. Also take Kumasi accent no mo pound. We Kumasi ni one. I was here me Kumasi na me. I was because almost a kasa, omuka brofo. But me the reason why I'm speaking to you is because me who say we no be attitude obi aka. Nti adenti na yen kwan share Ghana for no. Chinchina yen ka brofo. So I want to challenge you. Almost say me bo me L ne me R na ha me. What's sure? Okay, and I'm saying switch here. I've been over here with these and I'm say language, it makes me understand what I'm saying. And then it's able to also enable me to make sure that some can also hear the OTS, because most of the time now translate here 3 and sana why the waka send a bear obi those kind of things, So Mr. B, to conclude my statement, I believe that we should go back and read history. There is this gentleman, I think Dr. Anthony, I think Browder or videos on YouTube. This gentleman, Rock Newman, and also hosting on a YouTube channel. They speak a lot about African history, science and technology, they buy blah 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 blah. Before they came, why were the Greeks? Why were the Romans coming to Egypt to learn? Because they saw something that they had never seen. Pyramid nation and aliens beyond a BC. It was out of science and math. They did calculations for it to look the way that it is looking. And yes, so when you fit in home be at the bed, at the base, you officers had not Egypt for no, or more home, some man, commit my and your moye. They will not be able to do it, but they were trying to what, use their mind. The likes of Imhotep, and yes, or Fitiana, Otimie Bibu, they thought differently, they were thinking differently, they saw things differently. By any BBA, your dream said, be or baby, and eba na ababa it makes us very irresponsible, number one. And then number two, it makes the aftermath of colonization a bit check and sana because all trends will be no heaven. Maybe many of them be there to say heaven and I say hell no. But things that have been tested and proven, I believe in one thing. Over Egyptian pyramid now, almost the science behind it, and I said the rationale behind it was that over apex now, you see pharaohs no, the base of it. And the reason is because they believe that pharaoh knew na so oya the power of fruit could do apex honor omu ancestor be that is asset ni asat or no ebebe de obema na basani ni ye the power so obi wu na so okono oba bonsi na ye edin na on pako no kran atono so your ba bonsi edin na din atono ebema na edin na din na ede atono, and then that thing keeps going. And they believed in one thing, ombeka say abia and only a reincarnation, but it's not necessarily reincarnation because human beings are full of energy, and energy can neither be created or destroyed. In TSA and they believe that it will recycle, and then what? You come back depending on your good deeds. I don't want to go too much into that. I know there be some other time, but right now, let us believe that before they came, we had gold. They didn't know about melting and then boiling point. They knew those things, but they understood it in a different way. No be mechanics use the Kelvin scale or the Fahrenheit scale or the Celsius scale. But they knew that at the end, it's not the Europeans or the Americans who came to teach them. They knew that thing already. In our grandfathers, they were not dumb. They were there were science and calculations behind it. And if they didn't document it, and then they were dumb. No, that is what we need to embrace it. Never say you write curriculum. Nothing be a question. You cannot cycle. You cannot cycle. Cannot say it cannot no crime. You that. But meanwhile, word and our phobia baby. We can go there and even learn from them. But nothing be the foreign examples there. Then it keeps making us looking inferior to ourselves. So
that's right.
And that is the only way that we'll be able to overcome colonization. Unye black or white, you are human. We are all human, but we become victims of circumstances, and some circumstances you can't control. Control it. No crown for when you want that. And it has to be made manifest in the physical. So why don't you control the physical where you have time and space and you can measure everything?
That's right.
Legend Patron me the BC Mr. Menu so atwas me Godfather and our master in
Go. Fantastic. That's it. Can go. That's it. Wow. Of Manu Kasa.
Good evening, boss. And
good evening, sir.
A big happy birthday to Susie and Madame Crab pulling my attention. Hey.
Jesus.
And you remember one of me who said topic in our London. I'm saying, I said, be a talking answer free if he, and I'm saying, hey, wait there. I was telling me best share a story, But make sure a topic and also breaking the psychological effect of colonization. Into my father, two big words or me asantinenti me bro into psychological no. I'd say arising in the mind related to mental and emotional state of a person. So anything. And I say colonization is the act of establishing control over a foreign area or people through force for the purpose of exploitation and possibly settlement. And sometimes no be all say yet words ni be say a brofo akese. But ko Google and answer ne break word ne da ne hwe the intent of word no ne how word ne tin be who the effect word no wo so. Because me know to we no be catch us say you can colonization man for and for ma dwene nkoso ye. But or tell say obi be establish control of foreign area and as a people through by force so say obi exploit them. So and sad dia ken said the koso enti so wo si when your independence aden na sad we e the koso e wo wabrabo e wo uman mu. So now first one there the psychological part no a right growth what dream a mental and emotional state of a person. Again they control mind, you know, your education, your religion, your government. Sa nema we nyina no control enipa no madwen ene senia mo emotions mo nyina no decisions mo take nyina no sa nema we nyina no control. But obi na dey ebe impose share mo so. It is sometimes you can say obi abodam basically they say you nyina abodam because the one na dey eja wo. Yeah, say ya wo una na dey eja wo so umpe. The but the obi abe force wa impose wo so no. Eno na say mu nyina mo ye dey mo rush to. Now no enipa no kra no oni owo krom ho wa certain institutions and they work against you. Afraid they will also spend this car. A chasing nipa na obe kan na nanom share no. E chase akoni krom say onsa anye wakwa woni krom. Na abodam be the change say.
Wow.
What mental state and a change say obi a wabe dimu wu say ogusu dimu dem na wo sai sika e to no woni krom say onsa anfa wo shem kwasum e wo onu ni krom. It media 7 balls. You win the lights now because as the man make boss make can be stories. So say obi frame me and Mrs. Penny ni baba ako ni kunu. Ode no organ omo ye adwuma. Me kra me nim ni state o not know say okofa ne maba Ghana. Emma boss what Messi a dime you know. Or stores. I think the stores near 3 years are saying, I will go find name a free China near the other. We over our friend is there. Or the scammer mini pebiama ka onye visa. Emma or ma no munko UK. Ena sa nursing for I didn't know you can atija. Now, but carry $16,200 cash. Ewo Ghana osu eno di che ni pakro nsem. Ena osai ewo ya sika ewo Fidelity Bank etu nipa na account mu Ghana. Ena owiya na nkobe it is all together na nkobe spending be say 20 something thousand whatever not all the amount. And I'm say it all kinds of I'm say also we cash $16,000 cash and I say aye. And I'm no kuta or say aye and I'm say I say and I'm say as seven hour the catch me or say me de ejakotu ni pakro so crown. Ukrano who you making already from there. As my catch me crown. It doesn't even make sense. Say a human away or Ghana and wait me the see dime you know. At the beer store stray. Name on oh swap any old man about meeting.
I could hear day.
A day pan I've never meant to me Musa the questions no credit because I'm down for it.
Your problem.
Oh, boss. It just somehow with two way. And I because for definitions, no. Me share the psychological effects, no. Enye omu free school mu and I say omu pe bibia kodi o. Rana omu enya omu ho aye adwuma enya omu ho kra Ghana no. Omu subject omu ho ekose sa na ema we mu. Na Ghana and I'm say it would far and not boss me calculating about 200 and some or quantity scan 200 and something million. Now I say make you know how many tears here. But boss, these are some of the effects.
That's right.
And now Okacha me say, oh, or no to me Jenny visa ko China ko fan nema, or pe visa ko England and the manu. Nemo no pe krata or the beko stay in the man. I'm saying that oku stay anaka oku be business or an answer or koye juma. I feel now it me be a near many so train kakre bihano. I for no who say we know them. And I'm saying no. Right now, the different scanner to put in scanner. Say because of some lesson that you know what community no. We see cannot so a better no bit ya. And then Busan so the background this can be a brain. Or still better 6 months, you know. £2,000 spend on the background their brain. And I'm saying then you when you been put their bro. And of one on the background the pay staff better. Only background make it £3,000 a month. It will UK. And I was £3,000 a month, no. But only background to tin in name a free man. You be your man, you get £50 and I say £100 a month. You see, cano. You see, cano there. After Ojina phone, also no, I'm Zudi Unim. Many of Mubecas and I'm a great quiet before now by weekend. Na many who said the bay na kwanya only background because so only background also meaning so house be near there. So I have to force the person and say, look, you have to sell the house and pay that debt because then yes, there's no way from pay staff now. The pay staff now say there's no way ubet me to say we na na so china. It you property now to Ghana no. You have to sell it to offset this. Wow. That's the only a year make but boss as some year came. If I no be before say a year too far, a year right home. Because me know I better me saso and me and I need both parties in kasa. It you can say me no and I'm read the psychological and colonization no. It's still working. It still have an effect on them.
Our affairs. You just say you who visa na no a cabroni chroma na just I say yeah be fighting. Hey, when you visa America papers, minim esika for pa. These are people they make maybe $100 million over.
Look at that.
What's no ma ko America? Kotodan.
But in Riyadh,
just say we are brand here, and you look up to these people, you feel like you're useless staying here.
Who sunshine with me? Who car? Who car? Who man for do maku school? Who stores? Well, to me, kofa when you ba a siu dying. So person be subject to yourself to this foolishness.
But
boss, to be honest, you will fight because so me share na see so onumpo what Daniel odi ne ho so odi himpo so e de ne ho kohye sa ade we mu a na obi a all ba o ye teacher na so ye nurse a odi kakra no how you know you know because it's on Oborina Bayadian, but it's on our radio stations and our TV stations. Oh, crowd benye Juma na ye ready. Na pump a foolishness system nimu. No, bia sorry, obi ye Juma plan na of course was Janoko.
Na say obi ka bibi kire me. I say penyini oya Juma wa ha penyini one of those government organizations. Penyini our house boys or driver. First case or England. Oh yeah, She said, care home Kronya Binway. One no no business bank manager. Now say, over. I dear we know and found so whisker. No crepan says, I are no. And found any pan in the status or a society. So what school, so whisker, so this guy doesn't matter. Say if it hits them when they talk of visa, ni Brunino man, they forget everything. Until they get it, nothing else matters.
Yeah, boss. The stories look right there. Me come your friend me make her tell me wife no. Not say na another one so about New Yorker. Or also catch me wife say we join the Juman and the car in the one single bedroom and only papa no 18th floor. And what son and maybe you know and no good dining. Or see even chance the crowd the would be an ekran. Akwani maybe. And I'm saying you okay so to New York over so a burger.
What them crying free Ghana about?
Or the Koran free Ghana about betona and if you have Koran or so the internet in poor when I'm here. Now concept ben the movie, you know. You can't sometimes you catch them or yana a binum for say you be so baby. Or I pay my wife make us my wife and my wife say, oh, any about could be about as I see no frame and some more catch me crying and I was only castle. That's not the the boss you went to my by you say you don't say you don't start at least what be on normal chance now we dedicate yeah na you catch a man for no more yeah because it's open secret obi anim and so be am person obeka and obi aka na no atum any dienya which is terrible because obi anim say ni abotira
it's our history, you know. Yeah, that history, you know, West Africans and Kasa, they are both not technically. They have really sieved it. And they were intentional. Until whom say we are seeing the history, you know. The West Africans in particular. I don't know of East Africa. But West Africans in particular, no history ni any bigger. That sense of consciousness, that sense of history, there. This generation we see, we don't have. So yeah. Do what until also religion and assume. But sense of pride and dignity, confidence to challenge Abrofononse Munono there, you need. And me say, you know, because you are the baby in the moon say,
because boss
and I can see many of my people, many of them still know what we said every 20 years ago. We said 20 or more ago. People at this stage still don't have clue that such knowledge exists anywhere. So you can imagine. No idea. Or Kasautim said, this one does not know any of these things. As when you hear for one, say Jeremiah and Matthew Munoz.
Oh, boss. Yeah, that's a better trainer. I'm out for swabber. You say a weekday. You go so it's a weekday.
That's it. Right. Ibrahim Gaza. Now, wow. Ibrahim Gaza.
Sure, good evening.
Yes. Good evening.
Sure, good evening. Good evening, sir. Okay.
Yeah, fine, Ibrahim. It's Unka.
I'm a bit hard.
Gaza.
Legend to say about happy birthday.
And baby, I want to network in here.
That's in the Jumedia with my. And the DJ can say topic you know birthday no dey heavy. Because wama you hit it before so one day. And now the pay if you be kakra wo TV so awo odia TV omo ye Kwame Nkrumah we say omo celebrate Kwame Nkrumah. And the history etie no I was proud of me many proud to say as Abrofo dey omo ba say omo ba say omo be bro we abra isu then omo canon because utie history na papa na omo aye no say Kwame Nkrumah the omo kwa bi omo ye say Kwame Nkrumah mama the whole African and freedom no dey omo so ye say e kwan omo fa so a omo ba yi le fi asase so no tilo omo de fa na omo de fa yi na so ya ye hu ni pa ya before ya na omo de omo e bi sa eduma no so before no so omo di sa eduma no ye omo a omo be fa omo ha ko sua omo ko hu school o betire omo ya di ono ba no o gina ha mabroji ni the same as and up to now that's busu a e control because okay obi a wa ko school ni obi a won ko school a e for the environment we be a youngest bi o ba ko ewie secondary school one to aso ba do ko varsity ni o e tuntum kama o the senior natural hair kama ba to ko varsity no because of education brain no education na ko sua no wa sisa na skin we use akoko the hair no natural hair no sisi ano waye term you say jerry if you school ba na ma hu na akosi ko school who aye fe the ono oye obi ss na one to so na so we tren kutolu so e krati the hair no natural hair no ni che so tino the history na ye nimu no ama ya yira 100 and something years tino so now the man dey yeah that's it na papa bi amene no du kwa ha be am store no de bia e ka brochi asem say masa brochi de opeye bi pa anya brochi na papa bi am tie no cheche de mama de masa me brede me hu kakra kro kimi wo da brochi ba fato nche kra o ka chem so no so de ba kwa brochi na de ba na ya na ajo so baba ga no bobo bi ato de ba no so say the new kra me fi ha
Bobo ni dia.
Bobo ni dia so wu kra ma ne ba ni zia because I had a before for any ha.
That's right.
And I'm catching so information unya information bi na okasa uni mu history.
That's right.
Na okasa o ma ne nye o ma ne de nye papa na asama okanu no. Na na me ti ono ana frame nne ana pay ono ana frame say mi hwe oni ati program bi omo ye obuka history. So me that o free program we na me oba store na ye ti ano o ti asaba kai e mo pa hu se broni twem hu se ka broni twem pa so boni tu ekunu ana me say ada ti na so bonto abofo aba di ewu pa o na me say o so ti history ka kra bi a hu ni pa ye no o se sisi a hu asaba o ka
that's right
history ni dey say ye hu ni pa ye because hu ni pa ye a say o ti wole bi a o ya santini na obi aka che so mo na mo ya donkofo ye ko fa mo fi be bi na ba ti mo ya donkofo at the moment ye ka che so ye donko no na o spirit wo form but obi hu say hell ye ka che so ye donko bi aboa bukuro mo no mo na mo di hene wo ho o ye de hye wo kuro no so e na ye ko fa mo ba ha ti mo ye de hye o ti mi di akonya wo e bi a bekwai ana say bi a hwan kwanta at the moment I over to say history say we call your dish ultimate di any wo baby the confidence ne boldness be una
ultimate papra ko nyano kra
yes into your history ne there ya da sere for say ka your school because in the program no kra no o ma mo university o mo say history papa ne kan de o mo show school difference because the papa ne kanu any the musuan o say the musuan school no ye de so bi na ye bi ni atro ye be stress ye busu ye so no ye buan kakaka ye share you to na ye keke bi tro mo afa
yeah
The above person by 20 years coming now, never more patente near one. Now, the media would be my and so they make more impact. You see, I'm a two other me becoming when I say, we are Bibini, we are Ghana. In history, I said Ghana now the whole world in history. But I will say, they ain't seen a young couple, my to we are in 1950. Peppers based in our mind, yeah, we want to be at 1950. Yes, I say, the bintin a war, the bintin or Bibini. One baby Bibini no qua. You may give you a while away. It's no more my own share at the corporate in TMI bar, your way as a black. I end the door home. 19 to China, you create out to Hono. Say, we are school, we go school to Napoe, barrier, the actual where a maternity, where Roma, where a Muslim, a Bushabak, one family, one mother, one father. A bit number say, we call Roma, we call Matadi. Because of maternity, and call the same Roma and Ibinitino. This year, on any new and in problem or say, or Monquas all about.
Yani, disagreement.
Disagreement. But you need to move and I'm when I'm the enemy, the same blood.
The same, that's right.
Yeah. It's a moment religion in your mother 20. Now you enjoy your home. Now you boy your home.
That's right.
Yeah. I said it before.
Yeah.
So can make me account.
Fantastic. Oh yeah, dear. By Queen Casa. Okay. Kofi by Queen Casa. Go to that. By Queen Casa. Right. Odisha Casa.
Yeah, legend. Happy birthday.
Yes, sir. Saturday.
Yeah, if I knew you smoke them kakra and as now in your channel, if I knew you smoke them kakra.
Over to us for them.
I don't know any
The cat on pay when they are power.
24 hours piano, ya dia hunu moja no 24 hours piano ti do hunu moja no kakra. I don't dey. E kodo when e kodo si am break code na e kan ya o ti asi.
Ego.
This me da kakra mi ti when ya mo se o dia jama ni tam se asemi. Asemi e bi asro be bi sa ya ho. Ya kasa but me hunu say akwasi broni no ankasa na say strategic in the position say akyerɛkyerɛ ɛyɛ powerful tool sɛ wo kyerɛkyerɛ obi bia ɔfrɛ no schooling no ɛyɛ powerful tool paa sɛ wohwɛ after sɛ wɔde ɛneɛden ne basabayɛ yɛ colonization brɛ no deɛ aka de nyinaa yɛ nkyerɛkyerɛ nko ara na ɔde defeat nipa no deɛ aka bia nkyerɛkyerɛ the bia programming ideology to the wohwɛ systematically after sɛ wɔn ɛne yɛn nananom kora tumi daadaa wɔn bia mo yɛ yɛara fi fankyene bɛyi wɔn yɛ saa nneɛma no asesa nipa no kɔ wo sɛ deɛ aka bia no fa missionaries we call, fa soldiers we call, monte ne hene we mfa no nkɔ bɛba no na adwea sesa all the no eti wɔn yɛ systematic systems ɛyɛ nkyerɛkyerɛ teachings friend schooling they school you on wɔn schooling nkakra saa nti baabi a yɛgyina sɛsi a no sɛ wohwɛ a wohwɛ draw chart na wohwɛ ɛfiri soro bɛsi fam no nyinaa no yɛ programming nko a na ɛcontrol bibi ne sɛsi a eti so obi will taste obi will kono democracy kokko niema schooling ne say broni ana ya na say te brokasi kokko amfia nko school say ye mra ne ko school say ye ba beti bibia say o e ne ya na ya ko school ne ya ko ni na ye ba be say wo no niema say eti strategically say ya won say ye nshare ni school African school and say Ghana school and say Ghana asem kire yo ebi ni ba bia ye ni school bia say China say a school system. Yes, China was 12 school systems there. basically on Chinese ideology. Basically, China was Chinese ideology. And we take the Arabian, or Arabian ideology, and who say this is ideological people. And the Western, ethnicity says Africans in design is African ideology, but no problem. Sorry, yeah. Kwame Nkrumah books na no watch I highly slash ne Gaddafi mudi nyananka African ideology. And Abrafun said Dabi.
That's right.
Yema kwame Nkrumah way build the ideology you be no problem. That's our foundation, you know. It comes with a schooling. It comes in a schooling. If it's me, I say, oh, you know, school said the legend who school here. This is an ideology to change the narrative, the bad narrative against our own selves. Oh, dear, you know. It because the bro new chrome syndrome, brain drain syndrome, no, now falling within the ideology of Europeans and American concept to control the slaves for longer years.
That's right.
Oh, no eba se na on tehwe de ekoso wo wiase ase eye de obe kakra na obenya di na ase but de obedie no ebe sa me ye nkoa mo wo se aduane bi wa wodi eye oba obedi awie na wasefo ahwe na se obi kra na wafa yade ama ho so ho it is no the brony taste no eye sickness to obibini brony taste but better no be at say just yet ideology yan ka say yes yes be say intentionally say way ade we no dia ye we ade we ni bit be account no but for now right. The younger generation from 1 up to 45 years 50 years for no ye nyina ye nim hwe ye ntewe ase a big issue powerful for our continent in Africa and say just a certain level of ideology which is come from training teachings and schooling. Strategically, and just any schooling, who say, me person me tia dear we say. It was a yen some year can you a lot of comfort they claim say we go higher education, but I'm so want the principles of Bruni ideology as into while follow with on tias here. Someone who can want tias here. Only maybe some who can be an animal one tias here. Or just say you be a global stage into yes, you have here Ghana for a want to say yes, but we say even a visa is a scheme. Visa is a scheme. A two things. It's either to dominate or to exploit. That's a visa. Because obi a visa to be an it tells you say you find your upper hand also visa.
Yeah.
Obi a visa be that's right.
Go baby for bank statement bra. One is the chromo and for exactly. That's right. Ideology. Exactly. It was also or upper hand to nimu to say me person me doso who say we ya follow within the MMP. It will come be ya gade. They doso for we bra. Ya person to say o social ties, economical ties. Me person who you are or kuta upper hand also. It's the same control. That's
right.
So bondage, slavery.
You said any specific idea and say visa crash say didn't make a visa no. Depend on visa no demand. A dear say no. But compared to yen Brony bia fan visa fan paper me no nya kudu embassy where visa no be ma no. No your visa no be obegini obe fako. Obi kran ko fafo keke no wa embassy. Yes. Obi kran ko ho. Hwe.
There is a issue with them. I said no. It's all your bum. And then I visit a great damn way. Eddie, on a heavy body about you. Not heavy.
You know, when you're heavy party, I must bury a chair. I swear, almost much.
Oh, man, go.
David. We don't do respect. Yes, Remo. So what is only performing in the heavy party at trouble because open out here, how they we are as we to cross system. Everyone say, ultimately, no monk have any money ye, and you know, correct. Ultimately, any before having a more different. I knew I did about quest or everyone to Bruni. I say, having a person Bruni very different. So open out here, how they we are system. Say, Bruni, you don't know because it's heavy back and you're possible. Or no uncle. So it is David. That's how that be the brony be offended one class and not possible so on say so ya okodi ade bi even the biblical context say ebeye din ama wosikani say obedey obekọ heaven na ebedumre bi aboa kase bi kwa betimi awura pane to krom na why dey na wapie wo dey sa code no interesting to the sense that in order to keep in be a here for and put your trust in the next future be omunya way so it sankrofo no anso ba be akasefo to come and omo na ba be hwem and who would was na ba koto nanim code ba on say broni code ni ma biati ebre bi 2000 and something na sa tabre na fe na enkomo we ya fa tumutu for ne kasa no mo twa west ne say LGBT community na me kasa bi organ say abrofo ya hwase code ade we code jabe kakra code no be simple am aka so won oti LGBT on tiase na LGBTQ also wa code no eti me be na mo radio bi so organ be 10 years ago na say asem we ebedum be be common word ampa on say na common kran de yes o code was a brony asua say the code ade the code nipa when China asua obi asua ka obibini na ense den tres ade na say yanko an yen hunu how we be code asem so enti wo de hwe wo mo no ye meeting kura no mo tin ye ntimi code hwe enti won say language ye kasa hu hia enti won say so person ye tena say wo beti Ghana ni go so makoski hwe nya broni abrof na ye te me ye ka brofo hwe wo obi be kira wo ne kasa say wo de be yi ana da bi ni kasa no wan to so fa be yi yan fa kasa ne yi da bi
wan kira ko kasa fa dwen
da bi ayi sa ye o kasa o beti wase no wasesa o kasa no mo ye confused na mo nyina mo kasa o beti ase so it is our study. I thought that me kasa arithmetic result me test ni para de me sia brofo be 3 na ma pedi a emu odu bisa me dini after the next who want me mo dini bi because of finding difficult to mention your name. Yes, it is next who hi but what do you imagine say one man slave name Eric James Mary. Oh, hi Eric, how are you? A strategy they want to see you as easy person. Yes. O de mo amuti abroche mo America o de ya hwade se dakwo wa bo din a edin mu odu a ya bibifo din e de ma broni bi o ye wadanfo ne hwade ohun kron on ha mountain view on mountain view hwe na me ye adwuma bi yes na me ye adwuma bi ti enkofo no mo ta ha nti me ye na me se samedin na me pay din bi mu odu so ho edin mu odu eti me didin ma wo mo a afi first no obi aba no ko di
edi be na aduma wo mo
here na say from nana jaku eti ontimi nka de no makotwe se me di from nana jaku eti ontimi nka de every day first said almost mommy pressure no after the omo jare eti all ma on kra because onim so ontimi on makra you see I test omo hu omo nana no adwene wo mo tin di enti omo aye no mo ka kasa ba ko me test omo na me hwe omo behavior. Oh, so before no, you come to realize this is a yet microphone as na yet me train yamba. Problem is ya na before be dream say oh the yenya no na yon crop am say you ni perfect bi on baby on na dita change ni beba. On beti on ba be ko ti abrofo. Da bi the more na wunyini the more na problem ni so wunyini more na waye di no. And no problem e ya kase it's a problem no ye ko kase sa anti mo ma da wo on say wa da wo New York wa da wo Washington. But when you say the project ni ye adwuma wadwene mo Ghana wo tanete onim enti wo no na say what ase na watimi dia rezi wo ba say when nkrofo ne ye say ni say no de enti wo hia na what say enti wo ya ye say wo say entre ye masa wo before entre mo masa wo
obi ama formula bia ye mo say wo hia na no no ho
sanity enti eya no bo na ye politicians de amama brofo na fa ne na ko mo fa de ko wo sakura ye ka wuntie wo say say ye wo no o reflect no politician no say ya me no ka say when you are the reflection of your politicians. You are not different from them. They are not different from you. And you say bibini bet me standing against Brunio when it comes to administratively. They can't stand. And on a China for no a trono microphone say how to stand against this imperialism no. So Yeah, no, just nyasa 12 education take skin to understand how global politics, no. Yeah, hey, anyone say my political science, hey, me my political community, where psychology, what the okay can have nothing to do with control. Only control. The only things that maybe pay you man political science, no pay you more Ghana. We but abrofi woman training political science I yet or research, no one attitude no behavior, anyhow to control them. Solution. Ti obekọ akọgye fund na wakasa me tu kwa Africa hwɛ na no ɛna me de me ka akɔfa ma me bi ɛna ye kɔ ati edi am de ma wontimi monti the only time me Ghana flag bi sa me ka na me obusa me say ofra na so firi Ghana oh me kunu kra ɛyɛ sɔfo Ghana ɔka na me hwɛ na hwɛ na nim say wo kunu yɛ sɔfo Ghana anyway ɛna me say ɔyɛ sɔfo Ghana ɔyɛ missionary. And I'm so, what's the meaning of mission? The mission is Ghana. Oh, to send the word of God. I'm so, really? And I'm saying, nah, one could be a factory, be a Ghana for no. Also, trying to, and I'm, oh, yeah, maybe I said, now, could be a Ghana for now. Word of God, you say, yen sell. Also, say, a project I ordered that, so that was the only thing to get close to the Africans. I'm so, oh, really? I'm so, oh, okay. So, no. Na said man for the so a State Department sponsor several right organizations, independent groups sponsor most of them they go to Africa and I'm so most of them go to Africa. Also on China they go to Africa to say the word of God to the people. And in fact we can now with him Argentina State Department and sponsor for so could be a human. Yeah, the idea of the piano, woman, and I do an account of Moba, and no any of us sponsor one. So that you know,
That's right.
it is typical Ghana and in San Nimonia one tears when you say a yard for Fabi, it will almost help Brunin or Ghana when you say a Brunia ban one in the back and answer them, so one in the back one answer them, the Niaje. But when you say Nina a strategy, a schooling system where they use you to tame you down, control you. So we just had the last 15 years, 60 years. And young ones don't walk there be all run say, Mammy Yan Cobro Nikrumo, and young one, and your news. Because Omo dear Diaba and
programming.
Yes, Omo dear Diaba and Mucha.
Yeah.
Until Yan say, until see bet me get it away, and I see bet me control and Sadi Mawino, a yen I powerful tool. I had the control ni padring. And you bet me in Kakranka class and Nebiabon Modian the last year if you bet a 9 year heard much you know. You bet it and Nebia who are best 100 years, you know, won't come on Bebano. They will now start say the be enough is enough. But then you didn't know that. You carry on the Ubano be a cartoon, be now do chest or may no more said the Beman Bema Crada. Sister, and me complain the papa and me complain the next 10 years, women complaining. Obani Benino. Ukas or catch us where Bema, I or no knows where Bema, won't be worry. So,
program.
Yes, Sakatuno, and I papa, we parents, our tears, and then I will stop it. Sakatuno, Obani Benin, or better, obey it to say, oh, my cousin, some nature. A program, Yantia, Yamin to Tinipa, Yamin Yanipa. Sakazo said, Obinina is so down what I said, when you say Yamin about in the background on TV ideology. The last person here can say, if we will be any minute time for, Obinin one any minute time for, we say. Who will be any time for an act, will be a watching a girlfriend and a boyfriend, and I need to be all cast if you want to say, and then Obinin knew the time for one casa, any entry. But for the little experience I mean, even on China, no, and Opebia, Ubeko school, na ye and you see a friend brainwash time, yan ye 2D. Now, buying this, I buy it back, and you have a train, Korana, walk in the garden to primary school, no, catch them young and Korano. Now, what country be arguing over to what our China. I buy no every morning. They put them into this brainwashing ideology. Into training in manner for the next generation, the next 100 years. No, China need be an over European and American, and sit there. And would say, oh, the old train, well, the German, I mean, it's in a net China for you almost had the last 50 years on Ghana, almost move across, almost spread this out with almost here was some walk out, the old country, and the answer why the we are not the capture the crowd. It's in a Ghana for China for Ghana, and your news because the train woman. Or take skin at who can in I say,
evangelize the Chinese, no, other than
there be the Kai, say a training on your school, and a block, Uber can't come as much one year on your school in a block and then trim. The ideas one here on the won't mean evangelize the Chinese in one crab, Bible. It won't Chinese one about Ghana no mun be kwa sori no. Yes ma wo mu. Say before na grow back say mo no mun ko say be yo ma be print coat ni drums ni Bible e China. Business. State Department here in charge. It be beginning there obia do ye commodity because they know me say so no school o de busa China ni bia ye kire wo mu school bibini say na broni de no o low IQ broni de ni konkwaso mu eti akoda no so no onim say we slave onim say African ni patuntum we slave onim dada onim how many people Africans they name China for where about anybody they don't have any idea onim ba wono Chinese need to watch about bibini America for no kwade West and they omudi no kwade West onti yenuanom no ntia say sanche we schooling we no enye obi na ekobie book bi ma be ka kire wo and up mu bia no na no legend one video ya they send me share the last 30 years na education minister say empanimfo no ye nim so mo ye empanimfo na tinya atena say ma ya no mfo na tinya be sesan ye curriculum say da bi muntimi nkire we how many Ghanaians na ya we no less so eti obi work wo wadwen ho na also work wo de wo ho de work e ba bi dita wo de ye adwuma wo be wie no man ba be follow the same trap eti e be say nuanom say ewiase ideology no da bia no legend kan wasem no wan kasa no sua ketua bi ne fatete oba ye wo responsibility miss me de no one day and a better trigger and them koda na aba be sua bibi eti legend interesting ti mami fancy say na ye nuanom to so me da se pa me da mo say
Sharp. This about no. Say ideology, which is so true. We are not aware of how the others think of us. Tinagana ni do America. Hey, we do America for your honor. You soon video with them. You are just ignorant. It's just a matter of time. You don't know. You need the crop. So ignorant. Now you history look at year free school. The word now him. One on to honor. The best coders. They are the best coders. Mr. Menuyawe. The best coders. They are people who study ancient history. A lot of the characters are there's nothing new. A lot of the things they are just back engineering, re-engineering, reverse engineering. So you have no sense of history. You also bet my create. You can create. Those who create are those who are deep in history. Because there's nothing new under the sun. So yeah. The strongest of the three, they have the deepest of root. So what is your root? Nothing. From a boy, and this, you never to us. Hey, man, a couple of hours, but me any identity or 15 years and I just a kind. So can't be out. If you want to keep the future of your child and keep them safe, let them go the can hear. Surest way to keep them calm is the history. Let them be proud of themselves. And no, no. I know more yes and cry bonnie. Ghana phone cry and bonnie. We do teenage age. Ghana phone cry and bonnie.
Yeah. Yeah,
we do a cheese. No. So take them now. I cry 2 years, Moving come up and them chaka. Would do tell you. This sanity to the power is a lie. It is a lie. It is a lie. And we have a lot to learn. Read your history. You will be a different person. As a matter of fact, if you don't know your history, you are not fully awake. I wanted something, but it's okay. Mr. Bukasa. Mr. Bonnie.
Hello, boss.
Boss,
but I'm
Boko.
Boss, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, happy birthday.
Saturday.
Minister now on to Kwanda. My program is going to say no birthday. And me in as and make say it's a birthday. The boss minister that was on to Kwanda. Na omo ahode bebre. Dance no so no Yakopon say we are on double now. Na enso yetbi enye bi osua afi nchen. That was so. That was the sheba Mr. Menu and Prince what to the Biasi. Na and topic in the number of which Madagascar, sorry, Bibi Koso. because but maybe baby me kind thing baby or this share that every say sometimes we quite a minute and facing Mr. Edward doing for this and I care about the same thing say kind of education we cannot say schooling the system of school I'm going to be and on yes you also transfers and then because missionaries now don't buy and one but some why because when you buy they all spies on the spy and more share system the way new mapa and almost son and I'm be school break and idea one but on the boy my or babum because okay electoral system and the way normal brainwashing the my yache but boss yenda nyama say was to about format brains really na colonization there a hand the yempani for na echo school abroad there na umbesua kwesibroni way of life because omo be say asem na mai omo be say asem na mai into no and this year you want to almost and said you want to almost and say kata you go on our way of doing things now back in the days but because of your history you know because as someone on the Shebaka about education minister, they show Facebook page. How do you say the whole atlas yama obiafia brocha be can say education curriculum mo de mo fi subjects mo na emu into the minister at the time or transi edwin say dia abofo be catch no be boa no na or science went into law say because your civic education o judge now we bring how much judge when your education system which is very bad high but as long as I am paying for it the same school that abofo no create man yan common sense near normal and your money there it's going to be tough for us. Gentia yen na agency Ghana Babrochino is education. And then I can Nigeria for saying Nigeria for are not different from Ghanaians. And I make a job say in education country be British for colonial Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana. And the way they are Babrochi echo. Because of say English language we very any didn't know or be very what they just say we are equal to them but it's not we are not who do what they want to know
we are different
yes we are different for one example when they can say 3 billion I am for the money I catch I before say you pay 3 billion at the factory and come from my and come from my and they say the factories up why and come for you and come from my he said 3 billion when my dear party between Jabe is a phone says see they be but young for you who say nipa we are no sani say no motie you just say o pay atem and go see boni be ni say oh abro dem pay nipa say oh abro dem good oh abro dem share man ana me show me say more planet best na more planet best na more and that's a lack of education I mean me and this
brutal
no I mean just you
that's good
but say put the work to boni operate here who the work to boni operate or you are down for boni you are down for boss missionaries are going back. Missionaries are going back and Africa. One for matter of boy, part of them are spies. Almost spy in villages and towns, cities. No taking information. Nobody call. I'm boy.
As a matter of fact, with the money, Samara no more almost spread the gospel. No more come a binas or hinibi or and I confobi ho and any a the missionaries will write letter to their head office. Or approach they say, or more backup, be a soldier for one baby, Sammy break you all and Sana. They work with them 100%.
Yeah. They are spies. Mr. One Africa, I'm so and I told you because we say, oh, that's a religious religion. I'm a school man. School from where my then much schools not better to Africa. They're part of which because you may Bible knowledge say. I don't bet you. Oh my time manufacturing. Oh my time development. Oh my time innovation. Oh my time. Into all my issue I'm boy. Me the be all my issue I'm boy. Instead no, all the create own kind of Africa. All the create own kind of people in Africa. Say, I'm going to say education. I bring and crop for them, and I crop for them being so. Almost fear about foreign education. Okay, because we just consider supreme.
Obey what I was here. Because I only know okay.
Because boss, these people are educated. So why can't they do these simple things like young crowd for 1 gig at this carbon? Yeah, say, here. You know, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, into colonization, they are boy, but boss, they say, with one name, I don't know for. He said education cost of a month for Australia. A month for Australia, they say. I'm not agreeing to that. And you know, say, you know, the church, you know, no matter as I say, and that was the crew now about being. I know the SMT as yet. You didn't get your crew that was possible over there. I be washing over there, and moment say, the best place to live.
That's right.
And they say, okay. But I'm not there, and I say, I brainwashing. But yes, you know, if you say they try to be brainwashing, and for them, we say, Jim Crow is the best place to live.
Yes, sir.
And yen, and gimmickle. Ghana, is the best place to live, and gimmickle. And yet, be there, policy, you painted that brew. Real, what Tragan obey. So, when you know my, so you be obey. Because ocean penny for the breast for Ghana, and when you're my able to obey your Ghana. So there's a clear example. And you say Ghana this year over 20 billion. I hear stock market. Tesla for our shares I got down 40-70%. Say first Elon Musk, you see the West there's what topic radio what about other because your history we hear now yes no a guardian yes you need to edu come yes yes be there then actually obo na yakọ ni nche da what pa any pen for one na do asi
that's it and then na ke kakra bi omitira kakra bi kom enti o mo maka no one obi anka kakra na yenko kwasi kakra
okay Mr. Owen
kwasi kasa
yeah we topic here mentam kese no wakoke say na your friend say me na yes na I am the mom say at least education minister no ehunu your friend say education about history our history no problem wo ho na yam de I hope say we betimi implement some ways here your best chance here teach that history no high schools need Jesus ama Ghana for yati ho ase ne ehunu say yeso ye nipa me jidi say once you tackle a hono or better tackle about that your friend is a miseducation na a war history and indoctrination, especially when it comes to the concept of colonization, because there's nothing good about colonization. A honor your friend is as long as I live, what's the you're organizing the citizens, making sure say your friend is a indoctrination, every education, I was say yes, because as we say we nipa. Na me problem I mean no my life we free importance of colonization, because you're like P4, P5. Yes, me problem and then I think they talk, they start teaching about us say, or mobile, we were barbaric, and for him could see any other, and me no we share environment near him for near then culture ya preserve na, and in fact, the much in fact, I think we share all these gold carvings in here, and then we quite sorry, and church, religion, the belief system, belief means assume something is true without evidence. Almost reinforce it, the same indoctrination, It's my sorry, but now Muslim sorry, but I knew what was wrong. And yes, me sorry, a very early age, but no Muslim but me trim the name because I say not entrona those. Yes. Na entrona dos enti na me mama ni hunu no eco start free na ni nyana mu no at least me judi say ba me ba US na me na me pese me ba but me judi say na no mu pia machi say be a me ba ma betie niam asi because me ba me be sua African American history because na me pese materials na si na ye no amama adnyante say because na me nim kra say population of blacks I wo US omo me friend say 1,000 cry because your history in country and African Americans ne wo hase no so omo ntiase die ntia yentimi nka ye ho ema wo ho because yente history na say and omo so nti history na say enti nyina brainwash and your friend is say ye di be share ye hu see you tuntum but we don't have the connection because the history is missing. There's a missing link between us and them until so be sure history and your friend is a conditions are a lead warm into their current situation, and maybe I won't say because environment, a very high determinant of how our life on ABCI. We are crowd, not which mean until that's your water about family, one way I'll be to us because that's what you know. Yes, into this situation, na me ka ho na ma kan biem say me jirsa abro no mo be attack no omo attack your friend say through our spirituality systems and what kind spirituality me jirsa Ghana for be bring spirituality as they see spirituality as spiritism two different concepts. Spiritism you're part of spirituality, but spirituality a science, a way of knowing na or knowledge systems are not penny for no work and a idea a control your ecology, economy, plus your friend is our cosmology. Say almost serious and the way your friends say more knowledge based on your friend's economy will also determines friend is any more wish and we are near with the it's when all this economic system were part of spirituality no obia a baby to feed themselves. And then beside that, so we share we are no protecting the environment, the ecological aspect here. Maybe crazy. And I say because and then I grew up before say me come penny for so na me call so. But the system were almost the same. The way we see preserve so baby unity everybody oftentimes so but the same insurance serve as a stock a keep fish ne ma no mo munyini na watena kunsu kɛseɛ ama yakɔyi ɔmare over US ya ɔmo hyɛ da grow fish no yɛde ɔmo akɔgu nsuom but yɛyɛ deɛ no yɛafa no sɛ ɛyɛ abosomsɛm but mefa sɛ nneɛma no bebree wɔ hɔ nom a na ɔmo yɛ in the way sɛ ɛbɛhunahuna nipa sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɔmo mbu so but yɛn no yɛato agu also sɛ woba yɛfrɛ no sɛ the way a yɛware mu a ɔmo atumi asua ahunu sɛ yɛfrɛ no sɛ wo ware ɔbaa no family lineage ni mu a the chances sɛ wobɛ produce offsprings a ɔmo wɔ sɛbɛ yɛ genetic disease na dɔɔso than sene sɛ yɛfrɛ no sɛ wobɛware through ɔfada ɔbɛrima lineage nti woyɛ ɔbɛrima a wotumi ware wɔ ɔfaba yɛno no yɛfrɛ no sɛ the genetic anomalies is not much because the lady is coming from a different lineage. Nti wenim nyinaa no nti sɛ wobɛkɔ genetics nim yɛayɛ bi sua atwi so yɛsan kyerɛ sɛ bɛrima ɛna yɛfrɛ no sɛ determine the spirit of the child ɛna ɔbaa no determine emogya no anaa the body wei ne nyinaa no yɛyɛ hu sɛ yɛ abosomsɛm ba wokɔ genetic ma yɛ the same thing bɛrima na di ɛwɔ XY chromosome nti sɛ wobɛwo ɔbaa wobɛwo bɛrima egyina bɛrima ne so but our people knew all this and then aborɔfo no bɛ crash all this knowledge free ho beside that in the cosmological aspect of things how we are seeing a process with the rest of the planetary alignment and how affecting in nipa no ni nyinaa no ma crash no they believe and your friends say yes without evidence they destroy it me won mu dia me gi di say ye tie ho ase ehu say abrofo no omo be say ye na we can do a lot yebetimi aye nima bebre ni nyinaa na washa ase a wo kyerɛkyerɛ no nti me da se me de manu be sia na ama obi so akasa
I think that the line of a quake, you know.
Okay.
We are first with me up picking on so I'm proud.
Okay. Good morning.
Fine.
Me the WBRC with the main quick one so that okay. So me person me kasafa creating your own world. So I think say ade the via Mr. Obin Tai can say your war nyoma ye kyerɛw no know your fundamentals of how you think. Nti me pamna we afia meti ha say you know me kasa unhu baby am fiba unhu nyoma me suan unhu nyoma e di shem ti say nwura ene e kyerɛ me a me kasa it reflects nti nipa they be how you are feeding your mind with and it help you to also see the world nti obi be wo Ghana ha obeka say me ye hwe enye Ghana ye den nkofo ya aprofo obi anye Ghana ye den. It's true because in the world no creative no and no saa nyoma na de che ne say o papa kan we acho Ghana ye den me edwuma enye me de Ghana de bibi anye nti saa nyoma na eno na adi mu ache nti wo so wo ye bibi kakra bi na ye saa nyoma we na mate saa nti you are just a reflection of the parent and as a normal you assume from the day that you were born. I mean, and sombra not recently na me now for BDH so not you can on the you see a future leaders, right? Me a student. You see a future leaders. It's not you did na madam for say also no obey mampeni and as obey politician with the Ghana's car. And I'm saying, and I'm saying, okay. And I'm saying, okay. So imagine say, when you're $1 million, right? Now, who say, Saskan, Ubitinia work Kenya. Will you feel say, oh, Ubedi Ghanaska? Because when say we are thinking in a limited view, when say scanun to me, in a scanner, a scabia, who you are some that but imagine say, Ubitimi the watering. At now, I business, I investment. Enya says says can be amount because you are thinking in a limited form. Meaning, I want to say, the me say the amount of waste can because me say I come to the realization say,
say minyes kanam de to miska ya me who miska pra many because me say that's not the way I made the benyeska. Say me person minyeska say me tiska say say me to miska ye because say why 1,000 Ghana cedi 2,000 Ghana cedi say me we are remember back to zero because man gain that capacity now me the be accommodate that money no. I mean Sambra imagine say awo akola na akola no imagine say na ne nananom cry e mfa say akromfo. I'm just saying it to reflect something. Ne nananom ya akromfo. And I can say no oyo defo no onimade no na oye enwoma see dan wa ha say even though you trying to trash akola no but akola no be live like a king. Say oh nam na eye say nam na eye say nti me nya kwa even though kana nanam ye something we want but in Africans no me nanam ye great but still I assign Daniel nti no as omodia dem na nanam no omo ye great but ya catch me say omo anya hwe nti me mo ni say broni no kra na say na anya hwe na catch say una na eye say una na eye say una na eye say eno no nti me mo ni say so wa kwa na so we try and touch no kra in a positive way it can affect the child in a positive way. I mean, try to with the Saint. So your schools baby Ghana has a friend be a Saint Peter's, Pope Jones, Saint Augustine, Saint Mary, Wesley Girls, Holy Child. So I was thinking, say but saying that Saint, some of them are confused because they actually the meaning of saint. So saint is a person acknowledged as holy and regarded in the Christian faith as being in heaven after death. Nti nkofo na omo bedi yeso na omo bae nkae so mo build factories na nkomo chance na ebe ye no na omo de omo person ko build factory ni omo krom so that omo be producers na omo ti school na omo de na omo agenda wo omo tuma na say omo be kire nyame one omo yo omo kire omo kasa two senia ye betimi na omo communicate na omo trade most of our treasures. Na me bisa say I didn't na since na so mo kwa masan school na sisi ya St. Peter's adidin pa kobo St. Peter's na still a promotion mo still a promotion of na agenda no so school game go St. Peter's still our agenda no omo the ko. I remember back to the last point yen country omo nyinche wo wiase pa na yen religion omo so Japan any Chinese for no nyinche wo wiase omo nsum omo nye yen Christo de yibi omo use omo adwene na de eduma me that's
Well, that's it. That's it, Yafi. All right. 1, 2, 3. Charlie Casa. Charlie. Bogote.
Mekyia o. Mekyia mpanyinfoɔ mu wɔ group nyinaa na me wonhyɛ da mfa me yie nti no patɔ mo mfa nkyɛ me voice no. Agya me ma awoda pa.
Okay.
Na deɛ ne sɛ
Charlie, you know say.
Deɛ tie ne sɛ bra ye brewo ebibiman mu ha nyinaa ne sɛ yɛnnim yɛn ho asɛ before ɛno nti na ɛyɛ bre yi.
That's right.
Yɛnnim yɛn ho na yɛn nananom no nom nim sɛ nipa biara no you are the universe and the universe is in you. In a sɛ woyɛ universe na it means say you can never stop discovering things within you. Na enyama bebree ɛwɔ yɛn ankasa kora yɛn mu asɛ bibiman kora yɛn discover yɛ. Nti ɛba ne sɛn na afɛ de yɛgya yɛn ho de yɛn de a yɛsua aborɔfo deɛ yɛsua aborɔfo. Because yɛn ankasa a yɛwɔ ha yi enyama bebree me there was 31st of March Sunday I discovered something about myself. I was amazed. I was like It is so I didn't know these things. Na nyama we na muna I didn't know. And this alone tells me say yen nkofo bebree bi man nkofo bebree wo ho a nyama bebree wo mu omu nim because of nyama omu push my yen no. Ama we are living in our lower selves. Yeah, your higher self no intimi nye dwuma biom. Omu deactivate your higher self no. It always be ano nyama na e bia te say omu can say football is uniting us. Football then na football betimi uniting yen bibi man.
That's right.
Then na football betimi uniting yen. Because me, I believe say the highest form of unity among yen before no say ye be nim ye ho. Na say ye nim ye ho a
right.
Ye betimi worry among ourselves without restrictions. Say the owo Pentecost entimi nko worry the owo Presby. The owo Presby entimi nko worry the owo Pentecost. The owo Jehovah Witness entimi nko worry the owo Roma. The owo Roma entimi worry Islamic. The oye awuzeni adenti. Now, so the same religion, say the same religion, so be a Beni, no ko wari asantini, na say, do ya Beni ka say, me wari asantini, or asantini me wari no, and na the oya asantini, and I say, asantini beka say, oh, ya Beni me wari no, do ya religious person, or beka say, or the Bible no ka beka say, oh, ye tribalistic, na sa di we nyankopon preach against it. Na so wo sorry ni mu de yesi men ko ware o na no do be use Bible na ka se nyankopon se yen ware wo ye asori mu de ne de enye enu de enye bone. You see the hypocrisy.
Charlie, that's brilliant.
Hypocrisy. It's ama so we say nkofo bebre I am so confident. You're so confident. The other religious person, you're so confident. You're so ignorant. Or the Bible, no, and that the Bible says this, and the Bible says this, and the Quran says this. Now, so name okay no. So bisa the question pin baby Bo say na for the watch it out. Dabio. There are certain things in the realm. After the odoba questions we are say. There are certain things you can't understand with the human mind. If I can't understand the human mind, then why are we using the Bible? Because we were living the life before the Bible. We near Bob Brands and a Bible in the Bible. Moses time no na Bible ni ho. Later na Bible ni Bible. Nti after the band saying na ye the Bible no say akwa say yan fa Bible no am Bobra intimi Bobra. Our forefathers intimi bisa say uni bibini kura kasa uni bibini Adam fukra kasa na okoka say yana nanu a no afede ohun say we demon bi kra ade na oka yana nanu na sinu refi say ni nana na wan ko school no ni nana na wan ko university no ni nana no hu say oye busum no ana say oye satan no fufuo na wudi no fufuo ni nkrakra na wudi no kati konto na wudi sa recipe no ono na de ma wo de wudi na e ma okra hotono no sa recipe no ono na ye yo wachi na wudi na ye ode na ne ho shito no recipe no enye broni na de bre wo ye bibini onana no omo no mo tena ase no wan fa Bible no e no ode fa yi no o tena ase o hwehwe ni mu e no nya idea no o say mi pa ma me nkrofo no ye na obi edi sa na beso ye so eja se ukọ eyi Asante Memu a say wa Anloga Junction ho me boa. What does that tell us? Mi wadamfufo mi adamfufo bi wo a mi madamfo ba ko ye fe no say no say no odi o say no onye Asanteni o na ukohwe a history. You see they were marrying among themselves into no oya igbeni o 100% igbeni so ne din ni say ni mi di o say ubetimi hu obi ye fe na ite Haiti no sen kaka betimi aye say enkrandin ana say adan na so Haiti o ya igbeni o e ba ne say na we na see. So this thing should tell us say ye nananom na there was unity among them.
That's right.
There was religion no abetiti mu yentimi ware yan ho say wo kra no the only reason say uko ware obi kra e den na be ma ware obi enye de wi onya ko ne dwen enye niam bia ne nti ase wo niam mu abrabo e na betimi aka say nipa oyi metimi ne na mbobra na so yen kan say o obi akọ baby akọhu o baby ana ka onya na ko be ware we you na so ntimi ware no nti a limit your choice of power no ya take it from ya from into your power to choose your soul partner no somebody that you are going to live forever with, you know, ya limiting no. You see jina sorry ni mu na ware wa sorry ni nti nkofo bibiri ahware wa sorry ni mu na enyo enfro mo kra mu but there was some worry because so the by force ko ware through bi ho a ye be gini right e free ni nsem ana ebusia kra bi timi apo eja
yeah, that's it. Fantastic.
That's it.
Charlie, why are there? Fantastic. Wow, very good. Thank you. The last person, Nate Joseph.
Mr. Wayne.
Yes, sir.
Kwaso ya kese na medo papa na manage hu yi.
Wow.
Bibia me hu bia na eye ma ho.
Okay.
Ye nyina ya kabi. Enyina ya be hu se ese ye won kwasum. Enti ye beden ye frim na enya hoto. Eno na waso kanea no. Ade ato honom se na be ye be hu kwan. Enti kanea na waso na eboa ma ye hu kwan mu se ye wosum bi mu. Na so no esi efiri ase na ma yetumi enya hoto. Enya yedie, enya setena pa. On se uye meka se uye adanse ma ne awoka no. Obi a wakɔ school wa monone unimu de. Wabetena oman ni mu. Onu abusua. Uye business ahoro. Enti se wo ka se wonsem na kasa no wankasa wo de ye adwuma. Na wankasa nso uye adanse ma ne awoka no. Enti emma etinyeje biara ni ho. Enti yen a unam ana ye sempa na yen so no ya adwumu bie no. Se yen so no ye ya dansie ma no. Eno bebo am wo ka kyuru bi a obehu se kane no na nso wo ha sei. Na so utie nkyerɛkyerɛ pa na wo sesa wadwe na wo ye no. Nipa na ogyina nkyɛn ne hu ohun nsesaye wo ho. Wo ka kyerɛ na enye den ma nipa no. Na so se e bia mfa ne se ye wo ha ya te wo sempa no ye mfa anya adwuma a se ye ka kyerɛ obi a ohun seriousness bia o. Enti waboa ya me abehu se aha ne ye wo. Enti se ye koso ebremu we na ye ne ye be se no a eno be ma bribia no ha no gusu wo ho ena afen so ebia obi edi santi ya de santi tie na tete na 10 years 20 years 30 years yentimi fa gya se bia 1 month mi nko kam hwe mo nsesa da be nye yi sa ena afen so se wan hu kan so a na akwa se wo nso ye do be gina ofa bi se wo nso o kaseti ya bi osuma na bibia wo mu sa enti asem no akwa se wo bua no no nso no na esese wo nso uye adanse ma nipa no na ukoye program bi wo radio universe wo se ese wo do man no na wo do nipa wo mu se wo do bi a so cost a obema aye like ebeye wo dese unua na ekoso ana afen so se oye owo tibie bi mu a hu se obra ebeye wo ya enti emfa ne se nipa no o ka onim nti na ono udi akinye no onim enti se enya nipa no ho abotre because o hwe osuma ahoro mu wo na osum no mu wo mu no mmofo ono benya ho abotre o ka na wonte na sekra na o chi no se befa kwa afoforo so essence o target se o pese onya wa adwene no ofa no mu onya adwene mu no mu enti se nipa no de mfie du esi ho no mu a ɔkan ne no wante ase ɔbɛba kyena ɔbɛfa kwan foforɔ so nti yɛn nso yɛn nkurɔfoɔ yɛ no a mutu hɔ yi no ɔmo nte ase sisi a ebi anfa sɛ ti one no wɔ one place sisi a sisi wabɛtie Mr. Bedako wadwuma bie nti ɔnte aseɛ like akɔyɛ sɛ wɔn sisi a yɛn no na ɛwɔ ha afei no wɔn nyansa sononko bi ɔno nya adwene saa nanso sɛ wɔn nim a sɛ wɔn ma ne ho yɛ ɔmɔbɔ sɛ onim nea wɔwɔ nya no nyan nti waka ne nne no nte ase bi akwan a wɔfa so kan no na wante mɛfa kwan foforɔ so sɛ ɛyɛ saa a ɛno bɛboa afei beebi a yɛwɔ kakra adwuma mu ne yɛwɔ yɛ mfie yɛde bɛhyɛ aseɛ na yɛakyerɛ wɔm afei bɔn sɛ do sɛ nipa baako mmienu te ase a ɔno nso bɛkyerɛ obi afei nkakra ebi mfie bɛyɛ 10-20 years no bɔn sɛ n'afei nimdeɛ no ɛkɔ ɛsan sɛ even po bi bɛti asɔre bi anakuo bi a wɔn Mr. Bedako ahyase no mo yɛ mmiɛnsa po wɔbɛhu a na afei wabɛnya nipa bɛyɛ 50 wobɛhu a na wabɛnya 100 wobɛhu a na ɔkɔ bie branch wɔ baabi wobɛhu a na ayɛ nationwide adanti a wɔn de target n'ani so difficulties na wɔn fɛ mu no wayɛ n'adwene sɛ ɔbɛ capture w'adwene no nti si abɛhu sɛ si a no yɛwɔ nkwaso mu a wɔn de mfie bi na esi wɔn ani so ɛna wɔn abɛfa yɛn nomu ama ɛnɛ yɛabɛyɛ nkoa ama wɔn yɛn nso sɛ yɛn nso yɛabɛhu wama yɛabɛhu kanea na ɛsɛ nso yɛde si yɛn so sɛ yɛn nkurɔfoɔ yi mede mfie 10 mede mfie bɛyɛ 20 bɛsi m'ani so na yɛ ho adwuma nkakra me nso mɛgye me nkurɔfoɔ efiri nkurɔfoɔ nsɛm ɛno mo bɛboa yɛn yie paa na afei no sɛ na ɔkan ɛnɛ social media na aba na ohia ne nti no deɛ ɛnyɛ nyinaa na yɛ show wɔ so nkoaa nipa no onim ntira onim sanka onim ɔnonim sɛ ɔdɔ ɔman no wɔnte aseɛ na nimdeɛ na yɛn wɔkyerɛ yɛn no ɔno anya bi a ɔnyɛ saa da ɔnka sɛ kɔm de me nti mesɛɛ me man no na YouTube ama me kakra na social media ama me kakra ma me di daabi ɔnyɛ saa nti sɛ nipa ne yɛ saa na ebi a ɛkɔm bi ɛde no ne bibi na ɛmo ɔde yɛ saa sɛ yɛtra sɛ yɛbɛte ɔmo ase na yɛbɛfa ne solution a bo sɛ nkakra ɛsan sɛ me sɛ medi kanka me wɔ adwuma ahorow bebree mu ɛtɔ da na me ne ɔmo ka bibi na ɔnte asa me ne ɔmo nni akyinyɛ o ɛtɔ me bo asɛm a ɔmo na me ase yɛbɔ nkɔmɔ yɛsusu ho ade nti na wɔka saa na me man example wo de kɔda adwene ho ɔkyene w'asɛm yi yɛnsa amɔ ho nkɔmɔ biom nkakra bo sɛ afei na n'adwene yɛ adwuma yie nanso sɛ yɛpɛ sɛ nea yɛate nnɛ na yɛ impose wɔ no so a anasɛ yɛma ɔgye to mu a ɛnyɛ yie saa nti me deɛ mɛka ne sɛ nea ɛdi kan no yɛn a yɛhu kanea no ɛyɛ sɛ yɛkyerɛ sɛ ampa sɛ yɛse adeɛ no ɛnɛ yɛwɔ nkwasom na ɛnɛ yɛhu a ɛdɛn na ɛkyerɛ sɛ ampa sesei no wɔwɔ afiri nkwasom no mu sɛ nipa no ɔbɛhu sɛ no na gyina sesei no asɛ wototo nneɛma yie asɛ sɛ wodi nokorɛ wabrabɔ ɛno no woka kyerɛ na ɛnyɛ den na sɛ yɛn ankasa no yɛntumi amfa wo nsɛm no anyɛ adwuma a ɛno ɛbɛyɛ den koraa nipa no ɛnhu nea nti ɔno no nea woka no ɔhu mfasodeɛ bi a ɛwɔ so nti na meka sɛ wo na wote hɔ no woyɛ adanseɛ ɛsiane sɛ woasua adeɛ wakɔ buroni kurom akɔsua adeɛ wabɛtwerɛ ɔman no mu wabie business wo ne ɔma no wabusua te ha watwerɛ homa wɔworɔ nti woka kyerɛ yɛn sɛ aha yɛdie wɔ ha a akyinnye biara obiara ne wɔ no wobɛdi akyinnye nti wo nso no okay
erasio na manikum antifo no si na
nti deɛ meka no sɛ kɔso ayɛ kɛseɛ na kɔso akyerɛkyerɛ na afei nso nea yɛn nso yɛsua no yɛndɔ yɛn nuanom yɛnhu sɛ ɔmo nni mu ntira na yɛnya abotrɛma wɔ kakra ɔmo nso ba bɛte nneɛma saa afei ɛbɛboa ama yɛn nyinaa yɛman no atu mpɔn na afei nso yɛdie ne ahotɔ no yɛn nyinaa yɛtumi aduru so nti meda ase papaapa nti Nyankopɔn nkɔ so nhyira wo.
Okay. All right, that's it. So I was afraid there will be assay. And I'm going to say so. Okay, and they be assay. 1st of May, yeah. Seminar or cramo. I think I will tear, and as I think I will tear 300 cities will be our person registered, but my register by Momo, with my sponsor will be so. These are the forums I was creating. I dream by also. The more I buy it, the more if we try to now here, and yet Joko. yeah, decisions in your choices now. She didn't play with it at all because your behavior and maybe why weird pa. So be okromia only $26,000. Or tell your business will be a business better trade. Sit down. To me, 2 years ago, when the man in the man in England. Unim the okoye unim so the people cry na ko want to say. So Brony is mysterious to us. To me, convince us oh no baby obi aye. So intro. Say the people no Mr. Manu was okay. Say the people no go through a chanka bosome. Mo say no was start no. More than more about Ghana nyina will move because of that. So it's a psychological problem that we have. You know, and it's coming from our interaction with Brony. Wow, I game baba subiano started so to me and visa giddy. It's more than money in your got. It's a psychological problem. I was it. But that's the fact. Also but the same problem is holding that person and become kroma in yet. Yes, Ghana they do I become or here become we are hospital behind so yare. And so go kroma. Omo obituary boy 98, 95, 110. So I say Ghana the over will be. So hospital name yet, doctor name yet, do be any hope. Then you know misinformation in here. Misinformation in here, a propaganda. Into was here. Those about it different. There will be as say to me Johnny here. And it will be as so many others say. Yes, sir.
Yes, boss.
We are yes, sir. Because also any other person we are contributing, we are okay.
All right.